आप शाम करने से पहले आप फोटो ले रहे फोटोज मिलेंगे। A very good afternoon to all ladies and gentlemen present here today. Good afternoon. So, welcome to this Deal Pakki program, जो आज हमने organize किया है. It is just 10 days to International Women's Day, and today we have 3 fabulous women from Nagpur, जिन्होंने नागपुर के business scene में एक नया दौर लाया है, 4 चांद लगाए हैं. So, let's welcome Kanika, Chahat and Divya. So these women have shown us what it takes to turn dreams into realities, and they are here to share their journeys and insights with us. हम लोग जानते हैं कि तीनों लेडीज ने शार्क टैंक में फंडिंग रेज किया है, तो ऐसी क्या उनकी पिच थी जिसकी वजह से उन्हें फंडिंग मिल पाया. How they what was their journey to reach there, तो ये सब हम जानने वाले हैं. And I know कि entrepreneurship for women is always difficult, but the stories like theirs, they are there to inspire all of us and to show us how to lead our journeys of entrepreneurship ahead. So let's start. I will hand over mic to Anita Rao ma'am. She will conduct the program. Thank you.
नहीं पहनने के लिए देखिए इंसान क्या क्या करता है. font size so that I don't have to wear specs. So good afternoon friends, it's lovely to have all of you here for this program, and it's lovely to have these ladies here. They have done wonders in their field, and it's a proud moment for all Nagpurians that they have been recognized in Shark Tank, not only with funding, otherwise also. So today's program is all about how did they win their, how did they cross the hurdles in Shark Tank. So February is the month of love, flowers, chocolates, and all things beautiful. In continuation to this, today we have 3 beautiful young women entrepreneurs who have done Nagpur proud by having their ventures funded by the high-profile investors on national TV, Sony TV's Shark Tank. On behalf of Vidarbha Industry Association, it is a proud privilege for me to welcome Kanika Diwani of Wintry Cosmetics, Chahat Pahuja of Panda Clothing and Divya Subburaju of Expand Life Private Limited. I now request LEW President Rashmi Kulkarni to formally welcome Kanika Diwani with a bouquet of flowers. Give me a hug also. Yeah, because it's the month of last. Thank you, Rashmi. I request LEW Secretary Yogita Deshmukh to welcome Chahat Pahuja, the book. They come out, sir?
No.
No. I now call upon Mrs. Sarita Pawar, past President and Advisory Member, to kindly present the bouquet to Divya Subburaju and welcome. Thank you, Sarita ma'am. Now I call upon my co-project director, Poonam Gupta, to kindly introduce Chahat Pahuja to the house.
Thank you, ma'am. Big hello to everyone. Good afternoon. I am Engineer Poonam Gupta, Treasurer of WIN. Today we have with us very special ladies, and it's my opportunity. I take opportunity to welcome one of that special guest of today's program. Chahat Pahuja is a CEO and co-founder of popular streetwear brand Fada Clothing. She is one of the youngest entrepreneurs featured in Shark Tank India. A fashion designer by profession and unschooled artist. She started her venture at very young age, that was 23 years old. We welcome you, ma'am, for today's program. Thank you.
तालियां होनी चाहिए. Thank you, Poonam. I now call upon my co-project director, Sania Ramchandani, to kindly introduce Kanika Diwali.
Thank you, ma'am. Myself, Sania Ramchandani. I am executive member of LEW. Here, everyone in this hall, everyone loves to look beautiful, good, and do makeup, especially the ladies. So, related to this, we have an expert, young, aspiring, and consultant turned entrepreneur, Ms. Kanika Devani. She is a founder and director at Mentry USA. Born in Nagpur, having an inbuilt family values of hard work, dedication, determination, and value for education. These values led to her entrepreneurship journey, creating beauty products and beauty solutions. She has worked with various brands like L'Oreal Paris, Reliance brands, and Pantaloons. In the year 2016, she started her venture, Mintries, and it envisaged more than a beauty brand. Her dedication for the quality and innovation in her products has garnered her various recognition, such as Times Most Influential Personality Award 2021, Vidarbha Udyog Awards 2019, FICCI Flow Award, the Game Changer Women Startup Award in the year 2021. Mintries aspire to become one of the best #1 brand globally in the next 5 years. So we welcome you, ma'am, and
Thank you, Sania. Now it is my turn to get the honors of introducing Divya to the house. The font size wala page. Divya is a dynamic and multifaceted professional currently serving as the director of Licksters, a renowned popsicle brand. With a diverse skill set spanning marketing strategy, finance, and product development, Divya plays a pivotal role in shaping the brand's trajectory. Her professional expertise lies in crafting innovative marketing strategies that resonate with consumers while driving brand growth. Her strategic acumen is complemented by a keen understanding of finance, enabling her to make data-driven decisions that optimize the company's resources for maximum impact. One of Divya's standout talent is her exceptional sense of flavor and product portfolio management. She possesses a natural understanding of consumer preference and market trends, allowing her to create an enticing array of popsicle flavors that captivates taste buds and drives sales. We welcome you for the program, Divya. So let's quickly start this program. First of all, you all tell me how many of you watch Shark Tank? Bus. I thought the entire room would raise their hands. Anyway, at least about 50% people, they watch Shark Tank. Let me tell you a little about Shark Tank so you will understand the degree of difficulty which these ladies must have faced when they went for the program. As you all know, Shark Tank India is a business reality television series which is based on the popular global format Shark Tank US, which is aired on Sony TV at 10 p.m. from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, road 10 baje. That program comes. Now it is the third season which is there. As you are aware, in this program, budding entrepreneurs pitch their business ideas to a panel of potential investors known as sharks to secure investment leads. These investors have shark-like sharpness and they rip apart business ideas before they become investable. So you can imagine how tough it is to get funded in Shark Tank. It is very impressive and credit-worthy that three Nagpur entrepreneurs, Kanika, Chahat and Divya, have successfully cleared all the hurdles in Shark Tank and could secure funding from the likes of Aman Gupta, who is the founder of Boat, Namita Thapar, MKO Pharmaceuticals, Vinita Singh, Sugar Cosmetics, Piyush Bansal, Lenskart, Amit Jain, Car Dekho, and others like Ronnie Screwwala, Upgrad. So without further ado, let us find out how these women managed to tame the sharks, right? So this is going to be a sort of panel discussion where I'll be asking one question and maybe all the three of you can answer. Certain questions, maybe one or two can answer. Like that, we'll proceed, right? Now the first question, which is a very obvious one. What made you become an entrepreneur and how has been your journey so far?
One should take for this.
Kanika,
You want me to start?
1 second. I'm reminded that you have not been offered floral welcome.
Oh, me?
Yeah, floral welcome. Yeah.
I got a hug and floral.
Okay. Okay, you can answer this question. What is your business model and how did you go for the, how did you become an entrepreneur and how has been your journey so far?
So I think at the cost of not sounding repetitive, is Hindi good or English
Yes,
good? Hindi
can be mixture of both.
anything. तो जैसे मेरे इंट्रोडक्शन में बोला, मैंने पहले कॉर्पोरेट में काफी साल काम किया, मैंने पैंटालून्स में काम किया, रिलायंस ब्रांड्स में, लॉरियल में. तब हम देखते थे सक्सेसफुल लेडीज और उनकी करियर्स, राइट? तो एज एग्जांपल्स मैं आपको बताती हूँ, मैंने देखा फॉर एग्जांपल द बिगेस्ट एग्जांपल इज फाल्गुनी नायर, राइट? ब्यूटी में शी इज लाइक वन ऑफ द 24 women worldwide जिनकी कंपनी नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में लिस्ट हुई है. फिर इंद्रा नुई का करियर जॉनसन एंड जॉनसन से चालू हुआ था, which was also a beauty brand. वंदना लूथरा, BLCC, पद्म भूषण, पद्मश्री अवार्ड विनर, like that. तो मैं देखती थी कि ब्यूटी इंडस्ट्री में कितना स्कोप है, मतलब लेडीज को पद्म भूषण अवार्ड्स मिल रहे हैं, लोग NSE में अपने ब्रांड्स लिस्ट कर रहे हैं, मामा देख लो, कितना स्कोप है ब्यूटी में. एंड आई वाज सीइंग कि women are like growing and going up and up the ladder. तो जब मैं कॉर्पोरेट करियर में थी तो मेरा एक अच्छा हैंडसम पैकेज हुआ करता था और मेरे पेरेंट्स मुझे बोलते थे कि यार जब वो कंपनी तुझे इतना ट्रस्ट करती है, इतना पैसा देने के लिए, तो तू खुद को क्यों नहीं ट्रस्ट करती है, तो अगर कोई तुझे ट्रस्ट कर सकता है और ये पैसे दे सकता है तो तू अपने आप को ट्रस्ट करके रिस्क ले लेना, मैं हूं तेरे लिए रिस्क लेने के लिए. दैट इज व्हाट माय डैड टोल्ड मी इन 2016. पर क्या है कि इतनी आदत होती है, वो सैलरी अपने अकाउंट में हिट होती है हर महीने, कि लगता है यार अगर जिस दिन से सैलरी आना बंद हो जाएगी अपन तो रास्ते पे आ जाएंगे. मतलब आई यूज्ड टू लिटरली थिंक लाइक दैट. सो फिर मैंने मेरे डैड को बोला कि ठीक है, अगर आप चाहते हो कि आप मेरे पे रिस्क लेने के लिए रेडी हो तो आप मुझे पहले एक ऑफिस की स्पेस बना के दो, मैं जिस दिन आऊंगी मैं एटलीस्ट उठ के ऑफिस जा सकूं, मेरे को छोटी सी जगह दे. तो मेरे डैड ने मुझे एक ऑफिस बना के दिया 2016 में, और फिर मैं बॉम्बे से नागपुर शिफ्ट हुई और फिर मैं मतलब रोज ऑफिस जाने लगी और वहां से मेरी शुरुआत हुई। तो द होल आइडिया वाज कि मेरे पेरेंट्स ने मुझे पुश किया कि यू नो रिस्क लो, मैं तुम्हारे साथ रिस्क लेता हूँ, बिकॉज अपने पे फेथ बहुत कम होता है एज वुमेन ना, वी डोंट ट्रस्ट आवरसेल्व्स कि हम कर सकते हैं। तो कोई लगता है थोड़ा चाबी भरने वाला, हस्बैंड, फ्रेंड्स, family, कोई भी, in my case it was my father, so that is how my journey began.
Chahat, hello, is this audible?
Yes.
So I think like what Kanika said was very fair, but for me it was the opposite. It was me just believing in myself and no one else. Like the whole situation turned and it was like the whole world was like, hey, are you pagal? Tu hai kya? Tu kyun karna chahte? Especially I was too young, na? I was like, what? I think I started at 2020. 19 वैसे तो बोला जाएगा, but this further clothing was started at 2021. And my fear of being mediocre was the thing that pushed me to become an entrepreneur. So I was like that, how long are we going to be on this earth? 60 or 70, 80, I wish I'm the 60, 70, I will not be able to handle. So in this short span of the life that we have been given to be on this earth, isn't it our responsibility to do something big, or not even do it, or even try to do something big? Like, it's our responsibility as humans that we are being put on this earth. Why he's saying visibility life Gina, it's like I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Like, it's not like my was a package rakha hai कि भाई ये एक life है फिर दूसरी में जाएंगे फिर तीसरी में जाएंगे. We really have no idea that what are we going to do after this. So taking risks, doing something that's bigger than all of us. Like, my brand is not me, my brand is bigger than me. And the next venture that I'm going to do, they're like much going to be bigger than me. And it's not going to be कि okay, मैंने वो brand बनाया. That brand has made me at the end of the day. So I would say the reason that I became an entrepreneur and anyone should do is that it's our job to push ourselves to the best of our abilities. I think as women, we are super doubtful. Super doubtful. And it's because of the society also, the bias, that which we have been taught, that the men society is better than us and all of that. I think it's ourselves, जो हम हैं, जो हमको, नीचे गिरा के, then we are someone that but do you agree, Divya? Like, I really think that, ठीक है, someone will push us to do it, but ऐसा नहीं होता कि सबकी लाइफ में वो चीज होती है, कि कोई किसी को पुश करेगा and then they get married and then that whole life happens. But I think as humans, it's our job to do something bigger than us. It's not like कि सबको entrepreneur ही बनना है. Even if you're having a job, or even if you have a side business or a hobby, it's our job to extract ourselves to the highest potential. When I was a designer, I was not a designer. I have not studied fashion. I have not studied anything. But when this brand started, मुझे literally कुछ idea नहीं था कि मैं करूँगी कैसे. But it was everyday skill. Every day I pushed myself to become the best, and that's how this came in. And I think as women, we have to stop thinking that ये हमसे better है, men हमसे better है. ऐसा है ही नहीं. वो अलग है, हम अलग है. That's it. That's how it is. They have been given different qualities. We have been given different qualities. We have to extract our qualities and not really compare. This feminism thing also does not work a lot for me. I think it's been too much of a pseudo agenda that's become. I would suggest that we have to stop looking around too much and just think, okay, this is my life. This is the amount of time I've been given, and it is my job to do something extraordinary, or even if not succeed, just try. Because that's where the real journey is. The beauty is in the journey and not the destination that we'll reach. And that's really true. I did not believe it in the start of my journey, but I really believe it that when I'm going to be 60, I'm not going to be thinking, okay, I became something. I'm going to be thinking that, okay, this is the life I had. And it was beautiful. And I think that's how we all should be.
With such beautiful reels she makes with the pencil, the way she holds and she draws and she says she has not done anything in fashion. I cannot believe that. I mean, she has the nice art of doing and the fashion she comes up with really appreciate. So my story is, I'll be like very deep, realistically baat karna hai to I am a Tamilian, I shifted to Nagpur before 8 years. So when I came over here, I did not even know how to speak in Hindi, then I abhi jagda bhi kar sakta hu. So when I came over here, I was working with Sharp Electronics. I did my MBA, and everybody who are students over here, you always have that thought in your mind, right? I want to be an entrepreneur. And with the Shark Tank and everything coming up, every day you feel like you want to work, you want to do something on your own. And on the other hand, when you go to an office, you feel like iske niche to kaam nahi karna hai, mere ko khud ko kuch karna hai, right? So all this was there when I did my MBA, and then when I was working in big organizations. But when I got married, the line which she said, marriage happens and life happens, wo hua tha. And with due credit to my husband, Parimal Karikar, he actually, thought of this idea of coming up with popsicles because he loved ice creams. And the way we were pushed into entrepreneurship was 6 months के बाद हमने घर के बाहर निकलना पड़ा because I was a Tamilian and Maharashtrian. थोड़ा clashes तो होता ही है, normally सब इसमें होता है. So we are now happy, everybody are happy, but still, life pushed us to do something on our own. So the background where I came from, and here in Nagpur, there were very limited companies who were able to, I did join a company here as a national head of marketing, but still I found that the growth was not there. And when we had to get out of the house, we had to manage. Like next time, aapko khana hai, aapko, you want the comfort which you were living before. It was like we had to do something bigger because just by working in a company, we couldn't live the life what we actually dreamed of. So, our first 4 years, it was like of our business of Licksters. We have never met anyone, kahin jaate nahi hai. We used to just drive in a scooter everywhere and hide from people because we were doing all the basic job by ourselves. So this dream thing of entrepreneur, मैं एक office में बैठूंगी और सबको बोलूंगी you do this, that didn't happen. We had to make our hands dirty and start from the basic, learn everything because parents did not come from the business background. They were all, from the service background. So initially when we said we are going to do something, always this criticism was there. Like, kya karoge? Why not become a professor? Why not go and apply for a bank job? You're young enough. Why don't you do this? Why you want to risk yourself? Where is the finance going to come from? Because, from service industry, parents always have that retirement amount or chota amount where they are not willing to, take that kind of a risk, right? So, yes, I am jealous. Everybody's journey, when it comes to that term entrepreneurship, definitely everybody goes through different kinds of difficulties. If it is me or her or anybody, you choose business, difficulty to आना ही है, challenges तो आना ही है हर level पर. So nobody is gifted enough because we have finance or we have parents or we have something on our own. Nobody is that gifted enough. Entrepreneurship लेना है तो get ready to get into challenges, and that is what is gonna make us stronger. Like the way she said, confidence बिल्कुल नहीं था, क्या करने वाले पता नहीं. Slowly. I'm sure that even if you ask us after 5 years, कहीं ना कहीं challenges आता ही है, bigger level of challenges. So that is what is helping us grow. So the situation pushed us basically to become an entrepreneur and trying to still become a good one in whatever we are doing till now. Thank you.
Superlative. इतना अच्छा चीजें from such young ladies का बहुत कम सुनने को मिलता है. And why I'm happy is she is giving credit to her father, and Divya is giving credit to her husband, and Chahat is saying that she's a self-made person, but definitely family support is there, isn't it, Chahat?
Actually, it's not. Like, my family is a little conservative, but it's not like they don't want to support. Everyone has different values. They're just scared. They're just scared that I will go into such a life that is not gonna work for me. Because entrepreneurship is not for everyone. Like, there's this saying by Elon Musk that you have to be a little insane to actually choose entrepreneurship. Otherwise, you cannot do it. You actually really have to have something, going wrong here. You're choosing entrepreneurship. It's not a joke. Seriously. You have to think that kuch to gadbad hai mere saath. That's how I was. But then it's like Kanika must have faced different kinds of problems. I faced different kinds of problems, and same Divya faced different kind of problems. So it's like journey mushkil hai, but that's how it is. Like, it's always gonna be this way.
Super.
Divya said that, like how somebody who comes from a background that is not backed and then you start doing, तो लोग बोलते हैं कि you're crazy, you're starting on your own. मेरे साथ उल्टा होता था. I used to come back and parties, all the aunties used to tell me शादी कर लो, अरे parents का business क्यों नहीं कर रही हो, job कौन करता है, job करनी. I had great jobs, okay, like my jobs were not like they were like mid to senior level jobs, with good money. But the way people used to look down upon me, it used to be like, अरे ये job कर रही है. मतलब it was literally like I mean it was opposite. ये शादी नहीं कर रही है, outcast है. Business families में जल्दी शादी हो जाती है, तो I was not getting married because I was very career oriented. So I used to get so much criticism for like so many years, and then my parents also used to, like most of the times they used to support, but sometimes it used to be like, यार ये तो क्या ही कर रही है, तो मतलब out है, like she said, so the challenges on हाँ मतलब if you are somebody who's gifted, जिसके पास थोड़ा बैकिंग भी होता है, तो फिर एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी वैसे होते हैं कि ये लेगेसी आगे ले लेगी, बिजनेस हमारा बिजनेस ले लेगी. जरूरी नहीं है कि आप अपना खुद का करो या जल्दी शादी करके हस्बैंड का बिजनेस ज्वाइन कर लो. ऐसे एक्सपेक्टेशंस होते हैं. सो इट्स डिफरेंट, लाइक इट्स अ वेरी डिफरेंट कर्व फॉर ईच वन.
Very true, very true. So moving ahead, friends, the next question for these ladies are, what is your business model and how do you go for customer acquisition? Because this is one pain point which all the women entrepreneurs they face. बहुत सारे लोग के customer acquisition, they will be making fantastic products, सब कुछ अच्छा रहता है, but they don't know how to acquire the customers. Can you give some tips on that?
So I think in my case मेरे साथ भी same था, because मैंने भी ब्यूटी स्टार्ट करा था, और कंज्यूमर फेसिंग बिजनेसेस सारे बहुत टफ होते हैं. अपने खुद के प्रोडक्ट्स बना के ब्रांड बनाना इज बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट जॉब. तो ब्यूटी प्रोडक्ट्स बनाने के लिए जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया, तो मैंने सोचा कि मैं B2B स्टार्ट करूंगी. तो मैंने ना सैलून के लिए लाइक पेडिक्योर किट्स, फेशियल किट्स, मास्क, ऐसी चीजें जो सैलून कस्टमर्स पे यूज कर सके वो बनाना शुरू किया. बिकॉज क्या होता था, उसमें मार्केटिंग का खर्चा कम हो जाता था. लाइक सैलून एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते थे कि आप मार्केटिंग पे बहुत ज्यादा खर्चा करो. सैलून ये एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था कि मुझे एक सुंदर प्रोडक्ट एक सही प्राइस पे मिले, ठीक है ना, और रिएक्शंस नहीं होने चाहिए, ऑर्गेनिक होना चाहिए, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. तो मुझे क्या हुआ, पहले दिन से प्रॉफिट आना शुरू हो गया, बिकॉज मैंने मार्केटिंग पे पैसा जलाया नहीं. तो मैंने B2B स्टार्ट करा. और मेरा इसके पीछे एक थॉट ऐसा था कि अगर सैलून्स को मैं प्रोडक्ट्स देती हूँ, तो मैंने 2016 से 18 सिर्फ R&D, मैंने एक लैब सेटअप की और नागपुर के सारे रिसोर्सेज लिए. सो LED कॉलेज में कॉस्मेटोलॉजी होता है, तो वहां से मैंने कॉस्मेटोलॉजिस्ट लिए. मैं बहुत लकी थी, एक लड़की हिमालय में काम करती थी और वो यहाँ की M.Tech B.Tech पढ़ी हुई थी, और उसका चाइल्डहुड लव नागपुर में था, तो उसे हिमालय से वापस नागपुर शिफ्ट होना था. तो इट वाज लाइक मतलब भगवान ने कुछ तो भी किया मेरे लिए. हाँ, तो वो लड़की शी वांटेड टू कम बैक टू नागपुर आफ्टर वर्किंग इन हिमालय फॉर 6 years. सो आई टोल्ड हर, अरे वेलकम, रेड कार्पेट एंट्री. तो उसको ले लिया और फिर लैब सेटअप किया. फिर 16 से 18 हमने सिर्फ प्रोडक्ट्स ट्राई किए. मैंने कुछ मतलब 2000 प्रोडक्ट्स ट्राई करे होंगे. मतलब एवरी डे वी यूज्ड टू ट्राई प्रोडक्ट्स ऑन आवर स्किन. एंड यू हैव टू बी बोल्ड. हाँ, मतलब आपके प्रोडक्ट सिर्फ आप ही ट्राई कर सकते हो, आप किसी रैंडम लोगों को नहीं दे सकते, आपको ही अपने प्रोडक्ट्स डेवलप करने पड़ते. तो R&D 2 साल की हुई, और 2018 सितंबर में मेरा लाइसेंस आया. तो 2 साल मैंने सिर्फ R&D में डाले. और बहुत लोग इस बहुत जल्दी पेशेंस लूज कर लेते हैं. तो लेट मी टेल यू कि 2 साल मेरे पास कुछ इनकम नहीं थी. 2 साल मैं बस R&D कर रही थी और सिर्फ खर्चों की चक्री चल रही थी. मतलब इतने भी खर्चे नहीं हो रहे थे, बट टाइम जा रहा था, मनी सैलरीज जा रहे थे. तो यू हैव टू बी पेशेंट, बिकॉज जब तक आपका प्रोडक्ट प्रॉपर नहीं होता, आपको R&D करती रहनी चाहिए दैट वे. देन आफ्टर व्हेन आई लॉन्च टू सैलून्स, तो मुझे पता था कि अगर सैलून्स को प्रोडक्ट अच्छा नहीं लगा तो आपको रिपीट नहीं आएगा. मतलब या अगर कोई सैलून आपसे थोड़ा प्यार भी करता होगा, तो वो कुछ फीडबैक दे देगा कि थोड़ा ऐसा कर दो, ऐसा कर दो. तो 2-4 साल अगर मैंने सैलून के साथ काम कर लिया, तो जितने थप्पड़ खाने हैं वो मैं खा लूंगी. क्योंकि कंज्यूमर के पास अगर मैं गलत प्रोडक्ट लेके गई तो खत्म. मतलब यू नॉट गोना गेट अनदर चांस, राइट. सैलून्स फिर भी आपको थोड़ा बहुत आपका हैंड होल्ड कर देंगे. आप यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर हो, आप थोड़ा मतलब दया मिल सकती है आपको, बट कस्टमर्स तो बिल्कुल दयालु नहीं होते. एंड कस्टमर्स इन इंडिया आर वेरी डिमांडिंग. तो 4-5 साल जब मैंने सैलून कर लिया ना, उसके और मेरे रिपीट्स आने लग गए और मेरा बिजनेस रेडी हो गया, तब मैं रेडी हो गई कि अच्छा, अब 5 साल अगर मेरे पास 3000 सैलून्स का रिपीट बिजनेस आ रहा है, मतलब मेरा प्रोडक्ट अच्छा होगा. तो अब मैंने B2C चालू किया, और अब मैं मतलब मार्केटिंग गेम और कैट्स और डिजिटल मार्केटिंग और ये पूरे गेम में आ रही हूँ. पर मैंने 4-5 साल सिर्फ B2B किया, और B2B करने में क्या होता है, किसी को समझता नहीं था कि मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, मतलब nobody used to understand. मेरा बिजनेस हो रहा था, मेरे नंबर्स हो रहे थे, पर मुझे इतना recognition नहीं मिलता है जितना B2C ब्रांड्स को मिलता है, क्योंकि मैं इतनी एडवर्टाइजिंग नहीं कर रही थी. तो लोग की तरीके से काम करते थे. अरे मतलब कोई पूछते थे ये क्या करती है, बोलते पेडिक्योर बनाती है. मतलब they used to, मतलब इट्स नॉट लाइक कि मेरे को कोई क्रेजी रिकग्निशन मिल रहा था. हाँ, और नंबर्स हो रहे थे, मतलब 3 करोड़ 5 करोड़ ऐसे धीरे धीरे टर्नओवर्स मतलब 10 करोड़ तक भी हो गए थे. तब तक मैं सिर्फ पेडिक्योर बनाने वाली के नाम से आई वॉज नोन एज दैट. सो अगर आप B2B बिजनेस कर रहे हो, आपको पैसे भी आ रहे हैं, पर जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको वो रिकग्निशन मिल रहा है. रिकग्निशन फिर मतलब मार्केटिंग से मिलता है, उसमें कैश बर्न होता है, ऑल दैट. सो नाउ I'm going into B2C, and B2B was my way to generate cash flows as well as have lower CACs, like she said, lower customer acquisition costs. And salon ke through aapka brand popular hota gaya, and so on. So this was my strategy.
Yes, we'll change the order this time.
So, when we started Licksters basically हमने ये सोचा था that ice cream तो बहुत पसंद आता है, सबको पसंद आता है, and there is so many varieties of so many qualities of ice cream which is available, right? So, I don't know how many of you know that the story when we started, me and my husband together, we were going through the emotional turbulence, like जो story मैंने बताया था. So that time we went to an emotional intelligence program. तब they said that this go through a 100-day challenge of different things, like starting from morning gratitude, like आपको एक tender coconut तो खाना ही है, and lot of list of 15 different challenges, out of which one was do not have any sugar items like bakery products, or no sugar, do not consume any sugar. So हम तब बहुत conscious हो गए थे. Then we used to go to every supermarket also and look at everything at the back of the packet, and even Lay's chips, so everything used to have sugar. This Srinath Pav Bhaji which is there in Traffic Park, and he sells nice sandwiches. So we were not supposed to have any junk also. We used to go to and tell him that भैया bread उसमें बटर मत लगाना, मेयोनीज मत लगाना, बीच में आप सब्जी डालना और बस लगा के दे देना. He used to look at us, what are you guys eating this? So 100 days, this happened during the summer month in Nagpur, and nimbu pani bhi nahi pee sakte the tab. You cannot stop and have our favorite nimbu pani or any desserts for that matter. So we used to have a lot of fruits all the time. Consuming fruits was our the favorite part of us. So tab we developed the taste of fruits, and then when we actually finished this challenge, we did for about 78 days. Honestly, 100 days nahi kar paya. Then we thought that we went to have our ice cream. Summer shuru ho gaya tha. Then we thought when we had ice cream, the packet was completely filled with a lot of fruits in it, and it said like grape flavor hai, orange flavor hai, whatever it is. When we thought, we were so used to turning the back of the pack, right, and checking, when we saw that artificial flavors, fruit like flavors, 2%, 1%, ये तो धोखा हो रहा था अपना आपको language में, right? So this was, we couldn't understand why is it like we are being cheated in that way. And like I said, my husband always wanted to have an ice cream as a retirement business. He just started trying on his own. Together we were putting different flavors together, fruit के साथ, because with this current fruit का जो होती है flavor, and the artificial flavor has taken over us so much that sometimes हमको ज़्यादा जो flavors मिलती है artificial वो ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है, और fruit flavor हम भूल जाते हैं ये this is better करके. So to make that very palatable, it took a long time for us to understand how it is made, and it cannot be made like a घर का जो popsicle बनाते हैं. The texture is very different. For somebody to have it, it has to be nice. The bite should also be there. The texture should also be smooth. It took a long time for us to understand. So almost 6 to 8 months, bar. Then the people around us were very happy with our experiments. They were having treats every day. Then slowly came the confidence of actually, putting up a store. We had a smaller store in Dharapet. So initially we were thinking, should we have a cloud kitchen model? How does it work? Only Zomato, Swiggy or what? And then thoda bahut courage ke saath we just started with a small store, and everybody's dream comes, right? Like, we wanted to do something different with a lot of fruits. The form factor which we thought was definitely there are stick, choco bars and stuff. We thought, why don't we actually come up with the popsicle format itself? Because another scoop of ice cream, it's just going to remind people of some other natural ice cream which is out there. So we thought that why don't we actually introduce in the popsicle format? When we started, people used to ask, popsicle matlab kya hai? The word was not very familiar with people. All we know is ice candy, ye pata hai, kulfi pata hai, but popsicle kya hai? So then अभी ऐसा हो गया है that if we try, customers come in and like popsicle है क्या? That is the difference actually which we have tried to make in the past 4-5 years. So when we started slowly COVID के time पे people started understanding the importance of real fruits and what is to be consumed, what not to be consumed. Awareness बढ़ गया था, like us people were turning and understanding what should be consumed. So that actually helped us to reach to a lot of customers, and we were really lucky to be in Nagpur market, because see such में if we were in a bigger market like bigger cities like Mumbai, Pune or Bangalore, it is very easy to get lost. But either even if you're doing something different, people are very appreciative, and our dream was like someday हमारा shop के सामने ऐसा गाड़ी line पर लगेगी, all Mercedes, Audi and everything should be there. And when that happened just within a month's time, I still have the photo captured and like sending to my parents and everything. See, this is there in front of us. That's the day you wait for, right? So a lot of effort, definitely. Even now, it is challenging in terms of getting new customers. How to get it, because nowadays people believe more in offers, and when you are in the initial stages, आपको कहाँ से offer देना पड़ता है, you have to understand, like where to burn, how to get new customer acquisition and everything. It's still going on, more and more events, and Shark Tank has definitely helped us. बहुत सारे customers नया खुद होके आए थे. So the journey till now has been good, and still trying to acquire every one of you here to also try Elixir's.
Very nice to hear about the Shark turn. Yes, thank you. So customer acquisition for everyone is different. So I want to ask, how many of you own businesses or a side hobby? Do anyone have that? Okay, that's fine. Good. Okay, so like if you have a B2B business or a B2C business, it's gonna be different. It's like तुम्हें क्या करना पड़ेगा? You have to try. Okay, so market में there is marketing, ads, yeah, banners, yeah, posters, or whatever. जो भी जिस business के लिए you think okay it's gonna be suitable, you have to try that. That works. Most likely it will not work, because क्या होता है कि हर business different है. मेरी इंडस्ट्री में मेरे कॉम्पिटिटर के लिए कोई चीज वर्क कर सकती है, मेरे लिए नहीं वर्क करेगी. ये बहुत ज्यादा होता है. एंड आई वाज आई यूज्ड टू काइंड ऑफ गेट लाइक सैड अबाउट दिस फैक्ट कि ऐसा क्यों होता है. बट लाइक दिस इज हाउ दिस इज लाइक तुम्हारा बिजनेस कौन से मिनट पे कौन सा चीज कौन सा हिट कर गया, दैट्स हाउ इट वर्क्स. इट्स लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ आउटसाइड थिंग्स, आउटसाइड सर्कमस्टेंसेस अफेक्टिंग वन थिंग. इट्स लाइक दैट. तो कौन सी चीज किसके लिए वर्क करती है, ये बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंट. सो यू हैव टू ट्राई मल्टीपल थिंग्स. You have to try ads, you have to try, like the banners, the billboards, you have to try customer testimonials, or you have to try reels. Aajkal to Instagram has, become something super big, and it also took us a lot of time to build our Instagram. Thankfully, it's been going super crazy now. So this is how it works. And in my business, if we talk about customer acquisition, our product starts from 2000, 3000, and that's like the kind of amount जो यहाँ पे एक average इंसान के लिए, average Indian के लिए, it's a big amount. I cannot even afford my own clothes. So like that's the kind of deal that works here. So with us, it was so difficult because we could not work with ads. Ad was not the kind of thing जो हमारे लिए work करता था. It's like कितना ही पैसा डालोगे? If you have to sell a 2000 rupees thing, 3000 rupees लग जाता था. Just to sell a 2000 rupees thing, and like उसपे ऊपर उसका product cost, shipping, blah blah blah, all of these things. So how it works for us is we have to play on customers' emotion. हमारे लिए ये चीज ऐसे work करता है. Like this took a lot of time, like 2 years, 3 years it took us to understand that for you to sell a luxury product, a Rolls Royce cannot be sold by running ads on Instagram. Like it's very understandable. So for us it was that we had to tap into customers' emotion and their status symbol problem. So like how our products work for young generation like Gen Z kids and all of that, what they want to do is they want to appear superior in front of their friends. So that's the kind of problem that we had. So how do you make them feel that your clothes will make them feel superior? So this is how it works. You have to try multiple number of things. Whatever works, whatever doesn't work, you have to push it aside, go to the next thing. And kaisa hota hai, consistency is a very, very, very big deal in terms of a B2C business. So kaisa hua, we were into Shark Tank. We get a huge traction on Instagram, and mostly our business was based on Instagram. But thankfully, we are building a store in the city, like a big concept store we are planning, and probably in 2 to 3 months it will come out. But till now, our business has been based on Instagram and distribution models. So our Instagram took peak, मतलब इतना ज़्यादा famous हो गया था during Shark Tank. But after that, like we are busy of fulfilling orders, ये वो बहुत सारी चीज, and not a lot of capital in the back end because funding late आता है ना, like takes 6-8 months. So I'm like कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. So what we did is we did this stupid mistake of stopping our Instagram content. हमने अपना content बंद कर दिया. हम like चलो अभी orders fulfill करते हैं क्योंकि टीम तो है ही नहीं, 3-4 लोग काम कर रहे हैं बैकएंड में, तो we stopped our content. And then we were like ठीक है अभी orders fulfill कर रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं, वो कर रहे हैं, सब कुछ हो गया. धीरे धीरे टीम arrange किया. उसके 3 महीने बाद 4 महीने में मतलब okay let's go and let's again put out content. You won't believe our Instagram was dead. We had what 15-18K followers and we could not even manage 90 likes on our post. 80 to 90 and I was crushed. I was like, what the hell is going on? This is not me, this is my business. And we were like so famous, this, that. So we were crushed. We were like, ये पूरा dead कैसे हो गया? And what I don't understand the power of momentum. क्या होता है when you're getting that reach, now you have to pick it and you have to extract lot. Imagine करो तुम्हें अगर सोनी टीवी पे कोई पैसे देके इतना रीच मांगे ना, it will take alone 1 to 2 CR for the kind of TV coverage that we got. So I underestimated the value of that. क्योंकि मुझे उस मोमेंटम को एक्सट्रैक्ट करके डबल लेके जाना चाहिए था, बट आई कुड नॉट डू दैट एंड वी वर इट्स लाइक कुड नॉट भी नहीं बोल सकते बिकॉज इतनी छोटी सी टीम है, नया बिजनेस है, कुछ समझ में आ नहीं रहा कैसे करना है. So we lost that. We had this was one of our biggest mistake that we did, that we lost the momentum. And after that 3-4 months बाद हमने सब कुछ किया, कुछ हो नहीं रहा. It took us 1.5 years to revive our page. We had to post every day 2 times to revive our page, and now our page has 60,000 followers. And that was only because we were consistent for 3 to 4 months, continuously posting reels every day. Reels is not a joke. It's a difficult task. Backend में कितनी बड़ी team लगती है. You guys know, like editors, ये वो हजार चीजें. So then it was a game of consistency and trying multiple things that led to our customer acquisition. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Star. Wonderful answer by all 3 of them. कितने अच्छे से इन्होंने बताया कि क्या-क्या challenges इन्हें face करना पड़ा. I think it is a lesson for all of us. Great. My next question to all 3 of you: what made you participate in Shark Tank? Please share your experience. I'm sure everyone is waiting for this.
So yeah, it was for me. It was mostly marketing because I was telling everybody here before also कि अगर आप एक women manufacturing company हो तो आपको मतलब बैंक से debt बहुत ही कम इंटरेस्ट पे मिल जाता है. अगर आप एक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी हो तो 7% अगर आपकी कंपनी को लोन मिलता है, 5% की सब्सिडी मिल जाती है, तो 2% पे टेक्निकली आपको डेट मिल जाता है बैंक से, ट्रेडिशनल डेट. तो अगर आपको ट्रेडिशनल डेट 2% पे मिल रहा है तो आप क्यों अपनी इक्विटी डाइल्यूट करोगे और बाहर से पैसा लोगे, और आप जब छोटी कंपनी हो तो वो तो आपको निचोड़ देंगे, सिंपल. तो जब आपका बिजनेस छोटा है ना तो डर लगता है बाहर जाने में फंडिंग लेने के लिए, बिकॉज आपको लगता है कि लोग आपको निचोड़ के आपको बहुत ही गंदा सा वैल्यूएशन देंगे जो आप नहीं चाह रहे हो, राइट. बट शार्क टैंक वाज द ओनली प्लेटफॉर्म वेयर यू वुड गेट सो मच मार्केटिंग कि अच्छा ठीक है अगर आपको थोड़ा सस्ता वैल्यूएशन मिल भी गया तो आप एक्सेप्ट कर लोगे क्योंकि आपको इतनी मार्केटिंग मिल गई है. तो मैं ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस फैमिली से थी, तो मेरे डैड तो बोलते अरे यार कंपनी में कोई बाहर वाला आ जाएगा, फिर वी विल बी आंसरेबल, पार्टनर बना लूंगी कंपनी में. वो माइंडसेट ही नहीं था हमारे ना घर का कि कोई बाहर से इन्वेस्टर आ जाए टाइप का माइंडसेट है ना. तो 6 महीने तो मुझे मेरे डैड को कन्विंस करने में लगे कि यार प्रॉमिस 1% से ऊपर नहीं दूंगी, बहुत मार्केटिंग मिलेगी, प्लीज 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 प्लीज. हर डिनर पे हाथ जोड़ के बैठे थे कि प्लीज जाने दो ना. फिर देन फाइनली ही सेड अच्छा ठीक है. पर तब तक मेरे डैड को समझ भी नहीं आ रहा था कि शार्क टैंक क्या. हम लोग के घर में इतना टीवी देखते नहीं है, शायद उनको ये भी नहीं समझ आ रहा था कि मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ. मैं बस ट्राई कर रही थी, तुक्के लगा रही थी कि चलो यार प्लीज जाने दो. फिर फाइनली ही सेड ठीक है. बट to come to this number also 8% equity दूंगी, बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस लगता है अपनी कंपनी की 90 करोड़ की वैल्यूएशन देने का. what I'm saying, तब हम लोग मतलब लास्ट ईयर हम लोग ने जैसे 10 करोड़ का टर्नओवर करा था, ठीक है. तो 10 करोड़ पे आप मतलब जब सोचते हो ना कि मेरी 90 करोड़ की वैल्यूएशन होगी, तो ये गट्स लगते हैं अपने अंदर सोचने के लिए कि ये मेरी वैल्यूएशन होगी. So at that when I told my dad, तो he told my dad only thought कि क्या तू ये बोल रही कि तेरी कंपनी की वैल्यूएशन 90 करोड़ है, तू पागल है, मतलब first reaction. But then you learn to believe कि हाँ मैं PAT profitable हूँ. So sorry, PAT profitable is basically profit after tax, मतलब टैक्स वैक्स देने के बाद मैं profitable थी, ठीक है ना. और बहुत कम कंपनियां आप देखोगे ना शार्क टैंक पे जो PAT पॉजिटिव होती है. EBITDA पॉजिटिव इज लाइक अर्निंग्स बिफोर टैक्स एंड देन PAT इज सो EBITDA पॉजिटिव कंपनियों को भी मतलब लाइक वैल्यू दिया जाता है. तो PAT पॉजिटिव तो मतलब इट वाज अ ग्रेट थिंग. तो आई वाज लाइक यार आई एम प्रॉफिटेबल फ्रॉम ईयर 1, मतलब मैंने 18 से बिजनेस चालू किया है और मैं अब तक प्रॉफिटेबल हूँ, तो क्यों आई डिजर्व टू बी ऑन द शो, बिकॉज मेरी स्टोरी अच्छी स्टोरी है किसी के लिए भी. So then that confidence built and I'm like okay अब मुझे मार्केटिंग के लिए जाना है, बिकॉज अब मुझे पेडिक्योर वाली नहीं रहना है. अब मुझे मतलब मेरी ब्रांड को मतलब मैप पे डालना है, मुझे मेरे सारे प्रोडक्ट घर तक पहुंचाने हैं. लाइक हमारी मिंट्री की विजन है कि वी वांट टू बी ऑन द 5th ड्रेसिंग टेबल्स ऑफ एवरी 5 कंज्यूमर्स वर्ल्ड वाइड इन द नेक्स्ट 5 years. ठीक है, ये हमारी विजन है. ओके, सो अब जब वो विजन बना ली थी तो उसको चेंज भी करना था. और जब मतलब कम्युनिटी वाले लोग मुझे मतलब यू नो जब फाल्गुनी नायर की न्यूज आती थी ना, तो मैं सबको बोलती रहती थी फाल्गुनी नायर ने क्या करा है क्या करा है. तो सब मुझे बोलते थी तू शार्क टैंक पे चले जा. बहुत समय से लोग मुझे बोल रहे थे, बट दैट टाइम आई वाज नॉट रेडी. तो दिस टाइम आई वाज रेडी बिकॉज आई वांटेड टू डू अ कंज्यूमर फेसिंग बिजनेस. B2B से हटके मैं B2C में जाना चाहती थी. तो मैं बेसिकली मार्केटिंग चाहती थी. मुझे मतलब ज्यादा डाइल्यूट नहीं करना था और पैसे रेस करना मेरा मेन गोल नहीं था. मेरा मेन गोल मार्केटिंग था. तो मार्केटिंग के हिसाब से इससे बेटर प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं था टू पुट योर ब्रांड आउट. सो माय कॉलिंग वाज कि मैं वहां जाऊं और मैं मेरे ब्रांड को एक प्लेटफॉर्म दूं. दैट्स व्हाट माय जर्नी वाज.
So Shark Tank, मैं 3 साल से Shark Tank में सुन रही हूँ, since we have been there. But it's like Divya agrees. So, but the only one thing I'll say before saying that why I went to Shark Tank is like none of you should be dependent on the fact कि हमें Shark Tank में जाना है then our brand will work. दुनिया में multiple brands है. दुनिया में multiple brands है जो बिना Shark Tank के चल रही है and वैसे ही work करेगा because Shark Tank में apply करने के लिए कितने लोग 10 lakh लोग how many applied last time? 5 lakh people I think on her season applied and out of those like 200 get selected 300 so like the probability is very 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 less and it's not like कि अगर कोई जाएगा नहीं तो उसका वैसे successful नहीं होगा ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. So just this one suggestion that no one should be dependent on Shark Tank or any other platform. You should be dependent on your business and business will take you places, you know, because when the business becomes profitable and it's something that, you know, that's making noise, opportunities come, venture capitalists come and a lot of things that happen. And the reason that we went to Shark Tank is like I used to watch USA Shark Tank. So that was like, you know, my go-to. And India में हम when we went to first season, no one knew. Like किसी को कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आता था. When I used to show them, same thing with my parents, I used to show them that see this is USA Shark Tank. पहले तो उनको समझ नहीं आता था. बोलता मछली का शो है क्या Shark Tank है क्या? That is the level of things that because it was the first season, they did not know anything. So it's like Shark Tank का मतलब क्या होता है, tank क्या होता है. मैं बोला मुझे भी इतना knowledge नहीं है. Like this is also my first season and it's there like okay so जो first interview था so Shark Tank में हमारे 5 interviews हुए थे. 2 were telephonic, then there was some video thing and then बॉम्बे जाना था and then there was that final interview then the final thing. So how it worked was कि मैं झूठ बोल के गई थी. मैंने घर पे बताया ही नहीं था. I was like कि मैं अपनी फ्रेंड के साथ एक दिन की ट्रिप पे जा रही हूँ and I went to that show. तो मैंने कौन सी कुतुबी होटल थी W in Mumbai. So we gave the interview there. So मेरे पेरेंट्स को कुछ नहीं पता till the time I'm on TV. They did not know that I am doing Shark. So it was that crazy but before that evening I was like कि मैंने एक इंटरव्यू दिया. Okay so I was a debater from young age so मैं जाती रहती थी competitions वगैरह में. So they thought it's the same thing. They did not understand funding क्या होता है, पैसा क्या होता है, all of these things. तो उनको मैंने बताया भी नहीं but before the show was about to air I think 10 days ago and they were not even in the city. तो मैंने बोला कि डैड ऐसा है मैं टीवी पे आ रही हूँ ऐसा ऐसा है. इसलिए क्या है तो मैंने बोला कि ऐसा इवेंट है उसमें पैसा मिलता है. तो इसलिए तो किसको पैसा दे के आई है. मतलब they did not understand anything of how the show works because it was first season and मुझे भी कुछ knowledge नहीं था. And then the TV airing thing happened and like everything went crazy. So I think it was a great journey. I used to just watch this USA Shark Tank and मेरा बस लक ये था कि जो Shark Tank USA देखते हैं ना तो उनको Instagram पे इसके थ्रू SEO के थ्रू एक ad आई थी कि Shark Tank India में आ रहा है. So I sent it to my co-founder. It's like let's just apply. We were great with these things, you know. We used to like earn a lot of money out of this. There was this Opta FX thing, so I earned 3.5 lakhs from there also. So I was like, it's gonna be a great thing, you know. Let's just do it for fun. So that's how we did it. And क्या होता है कि when you really want to do something ना, this is that Shah Rukh Khan's line very true that if you want something the universe conspires for that to you know for it to make it happen for you and that is really true. You just think about something, you manifest it, you actually keep working on it every day and it will just happen not through this opportunity or something else. So that's how it works.
I love your confidence. Not be dependent on Shark Tank or any other platform.
No,
It is your business. It should take you forward. Very nice. Excellent.
That's very true. Very true. So like she said, 3 साल से ये सुन रहे हैं हम भी 2 साल से ये सुन रहे हैं. The excitement is there. That's really nice because the more the excitement, it is always good for Shark Tank. People who have gone there to get that attention from the people. So वो excitement कम नहीं होना चाहिए definitely. But the reason for us to go was we thought, see Nagpur में तो see, we wanted to grow outside. It was never the thing that, you know, we should be only in a particular city and we should serve the products in only Nagpur or the nearby cities. We always wanted to grow global, because we thought with the quality which we serve, then ज़्यादा लोग के पास पहुंचा नहीं है तो then मतलब भी क्या शुरू करके. It was just not the money. We loved our product so much and so much of involvement was there. So we started, feeling that we should grow faster. But कुछ भी idea नहीं था. How do we grow? How do we, transport outside to everything? And then main thing comes that when you are a manufacturing company or a company, in a smaller city, people from other cities like Mumbai, Pune, or Bangalore, they never trusted you. They always, even when any new product comes into a city, हम पहले क्या देखते थे that ये है ना मुंबई से मैं खाया हूँ और फिर नागपुर आया. People usually judge that, but now नागपुर में जो भी startups हो रहे हैं, they are slowly proving to show that we are capable of doing so good things. Even the bigger city people are not able to do it, or we are equally competitive in terms of coming up with good brands is what I can say. So initially the confidence level from the people was very less to understand that आप कहाँ से, if you're selling a franchise or if you're actually trying to go to a newer city, the recognition was very less, the trust factor was very less. But now, so for that reason, we actually thought, when the season 2 came, we were not really happy with the judges who were going to be there. Like the way she said, Shark Tank viewers dekhte dekhte aap bade hue, to when you're constantly listening to that, here it was always very different. Thoda Indian idol jaisa hi bana rahe the show ko. So we just said, okay, let's try our best, let's try, because products अच्छा है तो उधर जाके मिलने का possibilities बहुत है, and the confidence in our product made us apply. And like she said, that pehla mail aaya that you're shortlisted. After a month it came, so we were like excited. Okay, it has come. So slowly we used to read that email, not tell to anyone, because the clauses comes that you're not supposed to, confidential rakhna chahiye until the last moment. If you're telecasted also, if you're going to be telecasted the next day, they tell you the previous day that your show will be telecasted by this time. That is when your final actual confidence comes that hum TV pe aa rahe hain. So first round came, the overall mail came. Then the second round they'll ask you for some videos and stuff, and lots of paperwork, numbers. You should know what your business is, where you are, and ये सब करते करते your own understanding of the business also grows. Because you're sitting always with numbers, you're sitting with CA, you're trying to understand where I am, and उसमें ही आपका growth slowly उधर ही शुरू हो जाता है. It's not just being there. And like the way she said, we should be really, if future में, if everybody is applying from here, we should always be ready to take that क्या overpowering inquiries to everything. Team तो पहले set होना चाहिए, which we usually don't expect, or we don't think that manage हो जाएगा. It will never happen. You should definitely have a team at the background to manage those inquiries, calls, and so much of emails and everything. And that is when you can make the complete utilization of being there in the platform. And it definitely, like the way she also said, that is not the only platform which actually stops you. We are very happy that we are getting recognized because we were on Shark Tank. That is one good thing, because कहीं पर भी गए तो अरे आपको देखा है. We saw those people just holding our hands and they gone like, मेरे बेटा अभी he wants to do some business. We would like you to speak to him. The generation has changed right now because of that. So all these things are very overwhelming and very we are grateful for that, but at the same time, do not think that मैं एक दिन तो Shark Tank apply करूँगा and उसमें ही business बढ़ेगा. That's definitely not going to be the only thing.
Yeah. One question I wanted to ask you is it not risky actually to appear in Shark Tank?
Definitely.
क्योंकि sometimes we see that ये जो sharks जो बैठे रहते हैं वो आपकी business पे ऐसी धज्जियां उड़ा देते हैं.
I know.
But I would say it would impact your business in some way.
Definitely. See, like the way she also said, like इतना वो business करने के बाद sometimes उनका valuations को जो methodology रहता है, आपको understanding ही नहीं रहता है. So being in a food business for us, see that is almost like 1.5 hours to 2 hours के बीच में आपका जो session चलता है. So in between you're getting only 10 to 15 minutes of editing. In especially if I have to speak about my episode which was being aired, उसमें तो इतना conflicts था. Then we thought ये air नहीं हुआ तो बहुत अच्छा है. I was praying for so many days that why did I even go over there? So because the confidence which we had ऐसा एकदम it dropped, because after eating our product, the major reactions that we used to get was ये तो एकदम असली है, and उधर जाके it was like बेकार है, popsicle हमने invest किया already. These questions are rising these days that if they have already invested in a similar kind of a business, then you're not supposed to shortlist such a company, right? We know that when we were there was Amit Jain, Anupam invested, and all of these people invested in Skippy Icebergs. So इसमें बीच में ऐसा एकदम turn हुआ conversations with regards to our pitch, and it's like, you know, इसमें आप बोल रहे हो क्या Skippy में इन्वेस्ट किया, उसमें 20 रुपए का popsicle में natural बोलते हैं, आप इतना क्यों बेच रहे हो यार? इट टेक्स टाइम. हम क्या सोचते हैं, एक केजी का जामुन 80 रुपीज में मैं मिलके मैं पूरा खा लेता हूँ, मैं क्यों 80 रुपीज देना है? उसके पीछे जो टीम, उसके पीछे जो सब कुछ बैठे हैं, इट्स नॉट लाइक, यू नो, देयर जस्ट ऐसा ही हो जाता है. सो इफ यू कम टू कंपनीज व्हिच आर कम दिस ईयर, मे बी you will find that, you know, हमको जो valuation दिया था, business हमारा sales was better sales than them. Now if people come with 40 lakhs, उनको पूरा, you know, they just say हमको 5 times दिया था, उनको तो हम 10 times दे देंगे. On what valuation they are giving, you never know. So sometimes you find it difficult that, you know, to come back and speak to explain it to people that, you know, what we have been and कहाँ वो लेके गए, बहुत risky है. I am the best person.
check मिलने के पहले, did you get discouraged at any point of time?
Like I said, we were literally praying that, you know, जैसा हमने मुंबई में खत्म किया, we बाहर आया, and the minute we came outside, we were like पहले shock में थे. What happened inside? You know, it's like a stress interview which happened for us. And then after that, when we came outside to the room where everybody was sitting, they said, director से सब लोग बोल रहे हैं, like, you know, Lixers पूरा शार्क का family आया है, they want to have. We were like, क्यों अभी खाना है? आपको तो पसंद नहीं है ना? Why do you want to give it to your family? Then so it's at the end, it's a TV program. So, you know, every line which they want to show is a TRP line. सोचते हैं what can be made into a meme, what can be made into a, you know, किसको हम actually highlight कर सकते हैं. Everything happens. So, no, it's really exciting for the people who जो बहुत अच्छा हो गया तो अच्छा है, नहीं तो there are risk factors which is there.
What about you two? I would suggest no bad marketing is bad marketing. Even if they are going to roast you, na, there's going to be 10. Imagine करो वो show कितने करोड़ लोग देखते हैं, right? They're going to roast you, but उसके बाद भी तो people would be interested to know ना कि तुम्हारे product में actually है क्या, so that increases your sales. So एक imagine करो एक new business जा रहा है जिसके पास कुछ भी नहीं है. If they're roasting them ना, it is great. Get roasted on the show. It is not going to be a problem. No marketing is bad marketing. The meaning of that is like people are going to know what you are. Obviously, if a business is doing 100 CR and they're going to, you know, like उसकी बेइज्जती कर दिया है, then obviously the business is going to, you know, like, take a hit. But if a new business is going or any, you know, small business is going, if they're talking about it, if it is appearing on TV, if memes are being made on it, then it's great. It is absolutely great that has happened to you because in turn it's gonna give you customers. Like, you know, on the show it looks like that, itni बेइज्जती हो गया, ऐसा हो गया. Ashneer also, you know, tried to like roast us. So it's very normal. I was happy. I wanted the show to be a facade. What I wanted was कि कुछ भी हो, खराब हो, अच्छा हो, बस टीवी पे आना चाहिए. Because my goal was marketing. अगर टीवी पे नहीं आ रहा है, so like how is it going to make sense for me?
I think Deepa and Kanika were lucky that Ashneer was not there in the
Yeah,
office.
man, Ashneer is super risky. It's like
Yeah.
it was a 50-minute interview at the back end. वो बहुत लंबा होता है. टीवी में ऐसा 10 minutes का दिखाते हैं. He just tells you you're nothing. But तुम्हारा confidence उसमें ये prove करता है कि you cannot, you know, get discouraged by the fact that one person thinks you're nothing. It's not going to work like that. So Ashneer was like very, you know, mean thing he said. मेरे पीछे जो लोग थे जिनकी pitch थी, बाकी the friends, you know, who were there on the show, he also insulted them. But I would suggest that if you're going on the show, even if it went great or bad, you should pray that it comes on TV. If it's not a, you know, multi-billion-dollar business, you should pray it comes on TV because no marketing is bad market. All these celebrities, what they do, they create nuisances, they create such problems so that people talk about them. If you're talking about a celebrity, if you think he's bad, he has already won. Because तुम उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हो ना, you're giving them your headspace. That's how it works. Like the bigger game at the back-end system, it's very different. It's very different than what looks on the TV. So I would suggest no marketing is bad marketing. Obviously, they're going to roast you, but if you're going on the show, you should kill it with them.
Actually, that is in a way true.
Yeah.
You know, even after however the program went, you know, DB Mila, everything happened, but the level of growth which we have seen and the recognition which people are giving us right now, we have actually expanded so much in Gujarat, in other states, and it has definitely happened because, you know, एक confidence है. आप लोग आए ना उधर already, or you were there on
You're
Shark
fun.
Tank.
If you've been on the show, you're fun.
Exactly. So the recognition has been there, and ये जो recognition मिला था जो पहले नहीं मिला होगा, definitely not. Definitely the span of growth would have been a little slower with our own efforts, our own marketing and everything. वो तो हुआ होगा, but this you know, immediate growth definitely happened.
Kanika, would you like to add something?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same. I think the gratification is higher than the risk. मतलब the gain is much bigger than the risk. So ले लो risk.
Excellent. Great. Now, as you can see, a lot of youngsters are sitting here. So they want to have some tips from you regarding pitching.
So my take would be, like I think a lot of people work very hard on their numbers, on perfecting their pitches and all. But I think the most important thing is like having very clean energy and being very honest, because एक घंटे में कोई आप पे मतलब 90 लाख रुपए ऐसी लगा नहीं देता, ऐसी कितना ही आप उसको बता दोगे अपने बिजनेस के बारे में ना, एक घंटे में कितना ही बता दोगे आप. So the energy plays a very important role. Like मैंने तो यही सीखा कि Shark Tank में the 1 hour that you get with the sharks, it's your duty to like just charm them. मतलब just win them over. मतलब ठीक है, एक जगह नंबर, मॉडल, बिजनेस, वो तो शार्क टैंक टीम आपका देख चुकी है ना, इतने आपके फिल्टर्स हो चुके हैं कि आप वहां पहुंचे ही इसलिए हो क्योंकि आपने कुछ सही करा है. So when you reach the tank and when you are with the sharks, your job is to literally just charm them and have a very, very entertaining, fun, real conversation with them. If you take the pressure of numbers और आप आखिरी तक sheets पढ़ते जा रहे हो और अपने numbers देखते जा रहे हो, it's not going to help you. What's going to help you is what you know, your belief in your product, and your soft skills. Like आप कैसे conversation करते हो उनके साथ, आप कैसे उनको, how do you charm them? This is really pitching is all about making people enjoy your presence in that little room. चाहे फिर वो एक investor room में हो, चाहे वो tank में हो. It is not about being some serious nerd with some 50 books and मैं number कर रहा हूँ, मैं model कर रहा हूँ, ये सब अब नहीं काम करता. What works is your energy, your honesty, and your belief in your business. That's my.
I would suggest that it's all practice. Like, for a pitcher also, it takes years, like it was so great. But I think that this world just, gives you things. I think since the moment I was born, I was meant to go on Shark Tank. I don't know how it makes sense to a lot of people. It's like, since I was 6 years old, since I was 6 years old, I was a speaker. Internally, I've had this feeling of becoming a speaker, being on stage, like that interest. So from the age of 6-year-old to the age of 20-year-old, I have given multiple speeches. And then those speeches have taught me stuff. They have taught me how to be soft, how to, like land your punches at the same time. I have failed multiple speeches, I have been, what is that called? Ashamed on stage. There was this speech at Ambedkar College, the Diksha Bhumi College. So I think I was 17-year-old. I went there for a speech. It was robots was the topic, and my competitor, the girl who was opposite of me, she ripped me up. As in like she cleaned me out. मतलब मैं इतनी ज़्यादा devastated कभी नहीं थी जितना I was on that stage. Like she was so great. मतलब उसने मेरी पूरी ही बैंड बजा दिया था on that show, मतलब on that speech. So like there were how many students were sitting? There was a whole auditorium, thousands and thousands of students are sitting, and I took that loss on my face, when everyone was laughing on me because maybe she must have spoken well or multiple things, So that failure led me to Shark. I don't know how it makes sense. Because I failed that time, because I failed there, then I knew that I have to become that great. From that moment, I took multiple speeches after that. I went to this college, that college, this college, that, and then I have to master myself. And there was not one speech in my life doing them perfectly, but the Shark Tank pitch was, because I gave all of that. So that was really crazy, When I went to that show, I just, I was like, okay, God, you're there. But now I have to speak because I was the only one speaking. My whole team was, besides me. I was like, okay, bas ab tu bacha lena. So aisa tha. And it went perfectly. It went so smooth and so great. And it's because I had practiced all those years. And I really think that it really leads you to something, अगर तुम एक 4 साल की उम्र में 6 साल की उम्र में कुछ डिसाइड करोगे ना करना है, if you think this is that hobby and if you really strive to become great at it, the universe will lead you to something really big. I went there, we spoke well. Okay, so how in our case was first season, Sharks के लिए भी नया season था, and मेरा जो episode short था वो चौथा 5वां short था. इसलिए उन्होंने भी उनका भी नया था, इसलिए ये तो बच्चे आ रहे हैं 20 साल के, इतने क्यूट ऐसे सब चीजें कर रहे हैं, इतना समझा रहे हैं, इतने ambitious है. तो वही चीज, they were melted. They were like, okay, they have so much ambition, इन्होंने इतने levels पार करके आया है, I'm gonna give them my money. They were like, मुझे तुम्हारे numbers चाहिए नहीं, क्योंकि हमारे पास उसने numbers थे भी नहीं. We did not have any numbers. Aman was like कि कोई कुछ करे ना करे, मैं तो इसमें डालूंगा. मैं इसमें पैसे डालूंगा. नमिता was like, नहीं मुझे ज्यादा परसेंट चाहिए. मैंने बोला मैम we cannot give. नई कंपनी है पहले ही ले लोगे. बोला क्या होगा उसके बाद. तो Naman was like okay done. So हमारी deal कैसे हुई कि Naman was okay and we did give the check and everything. नमिता then उसे भागते भागते आई कि नहीं मुझे भी करना है मुझे भी करना है. So it was like that. So it went very beautifully. We were really great. This is very true that we were honest. We had faith in our product. We had faith in ourselves, and that's how it worked. And I think practice really. You should really practice and you should really work on your pitch and really work on your soft skills because in today's world, numbers is not the real thing. Soft skills is the real thing. And that's also how it makes you money as well.
First thing is, एक चीज बोलते हैं ना, you should always expect the best will happen and you should be there thinking everything will be the best will happen. वैसे ही हम भी गए थे. So, the first thing you could do, I don't know if it was very clear during the cuts which is seen, I was shocked with everything. Like, ये क्या है? MBA के कॉलेज में stress interview होता है ना, पैसा हो गया था. And I was thinking that ये तो बढ़िया है, ये लो पैसा, ऐसे ही the episode will go on like that. So, emotionally you should actually be ready to take anything. Always expect for the best, definitely. But you would have seen me becoming all gratitudinal. अरे यार पैसा finally कोई तो बोल दिया. Because the one thing which comes in our mind is when you're into a B2C or when you are actually into a franchise business, you cannot let down the people who have been your customers for a long time. एक कहीं ना कहीं disappointment होता है. यार वे तो, when success is something which everybody wants to share, but when it comes to a failure, they feel really disappointed also because they've been associated with the brand for the long time. So the first thing came to our mind was, ये stage तो बिना deal के बिना जा नहीं सकते हैं because we are going to disappoint all our customers who have been there with us. So, I became all emotional over there. Thank you so much. And it was really like, I could have made myself a little stronger and stood there a little stronger because we created the business and it was running for 4 years and it was not that unke appreciation se hi sab kuch hai. So this you have to take in mind. Anything happens, just be strong to accept it and not become over emotional over there like me, which I did. So I'm learning that part right now. Emotionally, आपका mind state सब कुछ अच्छा रखो and be truthful as much as possible. Be the real you. Everything will be great.
Oh, great answer. So the crux for pitching is having a good communication skill with confidence. ये दो चीज है तो Shark Tank में जाके पैसे मिलेंगे. So moving on, in one of the episodes, I saw Namita Thapar saying that she looks at the founder, not at the business, before investing money. What do you think is your X factor which made them invest in your business?
In my case, I think I went at a slightly mature stage also, right? Like मैं already business में थी 5 सालों से, plus मेरा corporate journey था उससे पहले 9 सालों का, तो मैं एकदम fresher नहीं थी, तो मुझे पता था कि मैं क्या कर रही हूँ और मुझे तो ये भी पता था कि मेरा business पैच profitable है, मेरी company में दम है और luckily भगवान ने मुझे पैसा भी दिया है, मुझे तो सिर्फ marketing चाहिए, पैसा मिले या ना मिले, मैं टीवी पे आ जाऊँ उतना ही बहुत है. But in my heart I knew कि मेरी कंपनी में दम है, मतलब that I just knew, right? तो when you know ना, जब आप खुद को पता है ना कि where you stand, तो वो confidence दिखता है स्टेज पे, आपको किसी को कोई कुछ बोलने की जरूरत नहीं. और luckily I don't know, but back end में एक राहुल हरचंदानी करके लड़का है, okay? सिंधी है और सिंगल भी है, ठीक है. तो वो उनका बिजनेस हेड है, ठीक है, और वो मेरा अच्छा दोस्त था, सिर्फ दोस्त था, पर वो मुझे इतनी अच्छी बातें बोलता था, बहुत अच्छी बातें, अरे वो मुझे इतने कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स देता था कि बाय द एंड तो मुझे लगता था कि बस खत्म है, like he used to tell me कि you are the kind of a girl who goes on the stage and lights up everything and ऐसे ऐसे बोलता था. तो जब और मेरी पिच होने से पहले ना मुझे उसने ऐसे 10 मिनट का ना ऐसे पैम्परिंग सेशन हुआ मेरा कि बस 1 मिनट भी डरना मत, बस जाना, स्माइल करना, बी योरसेल्फ, बस जैसी तू है वैसे ही रहना, डोंट गेट स्कैर्ड, you're gonna charm everyone, तेरे को सब डील्स मिलने वाले हैं, तू हमारे इस सीजन की निश है, ऐसा वैसा, like he gave me so many compliments कि I felt like amazing about myself. So basically the tip is स्टेज पे जाने से पहले ऐसे इंसान से बात करना जो आपको बहुत सारे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स तो उसने मुझे इतने सारे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स दे दिए, फिर मैंने बोला हाँ यार मतलब ये बोल रहा है तो कुछ अच्छे, एंड ही इज अ टफ गाय ना, मतलब ही डज ऑल योर इंटरव्यूज, लाइक राहुल अर्जुनदानी इज द गाय हु filters you to for you to come to last stage, right? तो पहले जब हम उससे स्टेप 1 स्टेप 2 में मिल रहे थे तब ऐसा लगता था क्या कड़क लड़का है यार, ये तो मतलब समझ ही नहीं आता था कि whether you're going to get selected or not, you know, पोकर फेस होता था उसका, समझ नहीं आता था कि पॉजिटिव हो रहा है कि नेगेटिव हो रहा है. सो I feel that when they say things like this, ki, they bet on the founder, it's true. So you have to feel amazing about yourself first. You know how they say like self-love is so important and all that. Yeah. So you got to love yourself and believe in yourself. No one can do this job for you. Koi bhi nahi. Only you can do this. And for me, I didn't have any co-founders. Nothing. So when I went there, right, पहले दिन like जब आप शूट पे जाते हो तो सब एक husband wife snack brand बना रहे हैं, 2 co-founders आ रहे हैं, मैं अकेली थी, and maybe the way I am, maybe I'm a bit intimidating, तो कोई मेरे पास आता भी नहीं था बात करने, लगता था कि ये शायद रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करेगी, तो मेरे पास कोई आता ही नहीं था. I used to go there and और मैं भी किसी के पास नहीं जाती थी, तो सब अपनी 2 बहनें आई हैं, वो एक दूसरे के साथ पिच प्रैक्टिस कर रही है, बिकॉज पहले वो 2.5 मिनट की ओपनिंग पिच होती है ना, जब आपको 2.5 मिनट तक बोलना पड़ता है, तो यू हैव टू टाइम योरसेल्फ एंड सी कि आपकी 2.5 मिनट में उड़ी कि नहीं. तो मेरे पास तो कोई था ही नहीं प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए. I used to go there alone and people used to be practicing with each other and I used to feel so lonely, but I used to not show it to anyone. मुझे लगता था हाँ मैं अपना confidence कम नहीं करूँगी, मैं तो कर लूँगी, and then फिर मैं करती थी practice, because obviously like she said you have to practice your pitch, मतलब 2.5 मिनट. तो जब मेरा पहला audition हुआ ना, it was so bad, I can't tell you all, because I got so nervous that 2.5 minute की pitch I forgot completely. I went on looking at my phone and at some point they realized कि she's become very stressed, so they told me काम करो घर जाके सो जाओ. तो मुझे लगा I'm disqualified or something. Like yeah, like one of the Sony team people told me please just go home and sleep. तो मुझे लगा कि I'm so nervous और मैंने इतना गंदा audition दिया है कि अब मेरे को ये बोल रहे कि घर जाके सो जाओ. So I almost felt I'm disqualified or something. मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि क्या हो रहा है. And I was really nervous. That was the audition that happened, when people, like there were 2 sisters, 2 founders, you have someone with you. And I told them, can I get my mom or dad? So they said, if they are not active investors in the company, then they can't come. जो actively involved है, वो ही आ सकता है. तो उस टाइम तो कोई था ही नहीं. तो I was alone. तो मैं तो घर जाके सो गई. 8 बजे they called me कि कल का call time 8 बजे. Until then, the last day also, I thought that I'm disqualified or something. So the only thing that really works, she's right, is that you look at the founder, because कभी ये business चलेगा नहीं चलेगा, पर अगर founder में दम है ना तो कंपनी चलेगी. ये नहीं चलेगा तो कोई और धंधा चलेगा, मतलब कुछ भी चलेगा. फाउंडर में दम है तो वो कोई भी बिजनेस को टर्न अराउंड कर देगी. तो वो पैसा एक्चुअली आप पे लगा रहे होते हैं, ना कि आपके बिजनेस पे. एंड दिस इज द ट्रूथ. इवन इन माय एपिसोड दे वुड हैव टोल्ड मी 2-3 टाइम कि हम तुम्हारी क्षमता पे बेट कर रहे हैं, वी आर बेटिंग ऑन यू. प्रेशर आता है जब ये बोलते हैं कि तुम पे आ रहे हैं ऑल दैट, मतलब लाइक दे टेल यू मल्टीपल टाइम्स कि वी आर पुटिंग द मनी ऑन यू, वी आर पुटिंग द मनी ऑन यू. So you, if they are going to put the money on you, then your business is important, but you are most important. अपने मूवी की हीरोइन आप ही हो. That's how it is. So you have to believe that you are the heroine, and then if you believe that, everything will happen.
We belong to the same community. तो ये राहुल को कुछ फायदा मिला क्या?
नहीं यार, जैसे शो खत्म हुआ उसका फोन आना बंद हो गया, मैंने भी फोन करना बंद कर दिया. कुछ नहीं हुआ.
I just because I'm again jealous, I did not get that. I'll go again.
He's still single, by the way. You can say that.
You were in the same season?
No. I was
I'm in
first.
season
They were
3.
second,
I'm
and
season 3.
third.
I'll tell you the other side when I just realized actually Rahul guy was also there for us. So last moment हमने जाने के पहले, like the way she said, they do a complete background check on everything, like what your family does. They sit and talk with you. I don't know if it happened. It happened with us. कहाँ आपके family में कौन है, कहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं, मेरे भाई क्या कर रहे हैं. They know better than me telling. Like sometimes like did I say that? Okay, you know it already. इतना सारा research करते हैं. And they try and understand. Okay, आप घर से बाहर निकल गया. Okay, they tried at least 2-3 times with us on the show. So what is the thing? Where did you meet? Actually, me and my husband met on Shadi.com because of a fake profile with this picture. So ये story हमें बाहर बताए थे उधर. Shadi.com में अनुपम मित्तल को हम बोले थे that in your in your platform there was this fake profile with the name of a Tamil guy, and उसमें through we met and I put his picture in Google Goggles, and that's how me and my husband met and that's how God works. And so many, miracles happen. And आजकल मैं पूछता हूँ that did I come to your life to just, do this entrepreneurship business ही चलता रहता है हमारा. But, they understand everything and they try and see कहीं वो, do they get the drop of tear in your eye? थोड़ा emotional ले सकते हैं क्या? This happened a lot in the season 2. Like, trying to change into an emotional story and everything, but it couldn't work out for them. But this Rahul guy was there to tell us last moment before we got inside the tank. He said, कुछ भी हो जाए, आपको deal लेके आना ही है. Even if one by one gets out, you have to get it. And then after everything got over, we were exactly told what was supposed to happen, what was going to happen. So you have this doubt all the time because you're in this side, though you are practicing the pitch to everything, you do not know what is happening on the other side. Are they, because everybody have their feedbacks, उनको पता रहता है थोड़ा बहुत तो introduction हुआ होगा who's coming and how they would like to take this particular shot of this particular company. So ये doubt तो हमको भी अभी भी होता है that maybe they prepare it well to make sure that they show it in a right way.
Yeah.
So this is true, like, yeah, India script तो हो गई. So it is a little scripted. Like first में हमारे इसमें फायदा ये था कि उनको भी कुछ नहीं आता था. Like not gonna lie. They were also new, na? They were also like doing this season for the first time. So okay, so what would they do? एक ऐसा story चाहिए जिसमें रोना धोना हो. एक ऐसा story चाहिए जिसमें गुस्सा हो. एक ऐसा story चाहिए जो एकदम ऐसा emotional types हो. So ये Sony TV का show है, obviously they want the whole crowd to watch, ना? They cannot have क्योंकि the intellectuals should only watch. ऐसा नहीं कि they want to please only the small crowd. So ये सब scripting होता है. So like they already know about you more than you think they know. So it's like they are trying to roast you. So all of this is very normal. And this Rahul guy, I've really
No, I tell you what is scripted, okay? Only the part where that जो 2.5 मिनट की स्क्रिप्ट आप बोलते हो ना, that is the most scripted part. उसके बाद जब आप एक बार टाइम में चले जाते हो, तो कुछ भी scripted नहीं होता. It's completely impromptu. 1 घंटे they roast you, they do whatever. 1 घंटे की आपकी कॉन्वर्सेशन होती है जिसमें से वो एक 15 मिनट का एपिसोड काटते हैं. बट जो 2.5 मिनट की स्क्रिप्ट होती है वो भी इसलिए स्क्रिप्टेड होती है बिकॉज जब मैंने मेरी 2.5 मिनट की पहली स्क्रिप्ट लिखी थी, बिकॉज मैं मेरे प्रोडक्ट से इतना अटैच हूँ कि मैंने एक बहुत ही टेक्निकल टाइप की स्क्रिप्ट लिखी थी. तो शायद अगर मैं आपको अभी बोलती ना तो आप में से किसी को समझ में नहीं आता कि मैं क्या बोलती हूँ, क्योंकि मेरा मतलब मैं वो बिजनेस कर रही हूँ दिन रात, राइट? तो मैं आपको जैसे समझाऊंगी, इट वाज नॉट वेरी इजी. तो दे लाइक मेक योर स्क्रिप्ट्स लिटिल डमर, लाइक दे मेक इट सिंपलर सो दैट like everybody can understand. तो वो बोलते हैं कि you're talking to the country, इसलिए हम ये स्क्रिप्ट को डम कर रहे हैं and ये सबको समझ में आना चाहिए. So that 2.5 minute is only scripted. बाकी का जो टैंक में होता है ना, उसमें तो कोई स्क्रिप्ट नहीं होता है. लाइक लास्ट मिनट तक आपको आपके शार्क्स कौन है वो भी आपको 2 दिन पहले मेल आता है कि आपके शार्क्स ये है. लाइक 2 days before you will get an email कि these are the sharks that are going to be in your episode. आपको पहले से कुछ पता नहीं होता. So ideally I think it's like very और कोई जैक वैक नहीं लगता इसमें. हाँ, मतलब there is no way to get through Shark Tank through any contact source money, आप कुछ भी करो, you cannot get through. अगर आप में मेरिट है तो ही आप ये शो में मतलब जा सकते हो, otherwise there is no way that you can make it. मतलब
So it's a very transparent show.
It's a very transparent show.
The real thing that happens on the show, the connection between the founder and the sharks, that is very real. उसके अलावा scripted as in what they try to do is, this is very true, they try to make the show a little entertaining, a little emotional, ताकि क्या crowd को pleasing भी तो होना चाहिए ना. ऐसा नहीं है कि हाँ ओके एक बंदी आ गई या बंदा आ गया, उसके numbers है उसको deal मिल गई, ऐसा नहीं. उसकी स्टोरी क्या है, उसने कितनी प्रॉब्लम्स फेस करके इसमें आया, हाउ इमोशनल द स्टोरी कैन गेट. दे आल्सो ट्राई टू मेक आवर स्टोरी इमोशनल. द रीजन दे आस्क ऑल दीस बैकग्राउंड डिटेल्स अबाउट इट सो दैट दे कैन मेक योर स्टोरी इमोशनल, सो दैट इट प्लीजेस टू द क्राउड, एंड दैट इज फॉर योर बेनिफिट ओनली. At the end of the day, even if you don't get the deal, if people connected with you, if the real crowd connected with you, you will get the orders. You will get, the growth part will happen from the audience only. Yeah? So that is there. But it was very fun. It was not like कि हमको पता है वो क्या बोलने वाले हैं, डील पहले से हो चुकी है या फिर कि नंबर्स नहीं होने वाले. It's nothing like that. Very real, very stressful, but it is really fun. It's like super thrilling. So, and it's not like Shark Tank is not the only show. बाकी भी shows आ गए हैं. Something Kuber House में happened. Like, did you see that?
एक अश्लील ने भी तो खुद से स्टार्ट कर दिया.
Yeah, both. That is also there. Starters. There's one Kuber House also. So opportunities. ये जो period है इंडिया के लिए, this 5-year period, it is gonna be super great for entrepreneurship because जो wave आई है ना अभी, ये अभी like I think in a couple of years it might go down also, but right now business start करना, especially नागपुर में, because नागपुर is not a very big city. वो मोनोपोली नहीं है कोई ऐसी बड़ी चीजों में. मुंबई में जाके तुम कोई चीज स्टार्ट करोगे, you will go crazy. You will at least need 5 to 10 NCR the capital before starting anything, you know, major in Mumbai. So Nagpur is really beautiful for that spot. It's like in a very sweet spot. Kuch bhi start karna, it will work here. If you know, if you have all the touch points for that. So it is a very good place to start anything in Nagpur.
So I'll give you a perspective in terms of airing. तो जिस दिन मेरी शूट हुई थी, समझो 17 नवंबर को शूट हुई थी, ठीक है ना? उनका कॉल मुझे आया था 10 नवंबर को, 12 को थी दिवाली. हमारी दिवाली तो गई, मतलब 10 को आपको शुद्ध रह गए, 17 की आपकी शुद्ध तो खत्म ना, मतलब तो यो मेरी तो पूरी टीम हम सब काम कर रहे थे, यू नो. तो 17 के दिन दे वुड हैव शेड्यूल्ड टोटल ऑफ 7 शूट्स, ठीक है, 1-1 घंटे के लिए. 7 घंटे की शिफ्ट होती है और फिर बीच में 1 घंटे की ब्रेक. तो कोई भी शार्क 8 घंटे के लिए काम करेगा, 1 घंटे की मतलब लंच ब्रेक होगी, 1-1 घंटे. तो 7 शूट्स में से टोटल मेरे एपिसोड में 3 एपिसोड एयर हुए थे. तो आउट ऑफ यानी एक दिन में जितने शूट्स होते हैं उसमें से 3 एयर हुए, 4 नहीं हुए. या तो मतलब मेरे डे पे मेरे और वो एक टी शर्ट वाला जो था उसके अलावा और किसी को डील नहीं मिली. 7 में से 5 लोगों को नहीं मिली. अब जो 5 लोगों को डील नहीं मिली उसमें से एक एपिसोड एयर हुआ है. यू गेट इट. सो अगर आपको डील नहीं मिली तो भी आप एयर हो सकते हो, प्रोवाइडेड आपका कंटेंट बहुत ही क्रेजी हो. अगर आपका कंटेंट क्रेजी नहीं है तो फिर मतलब नहीं हो सकता है कि नहीं हो आपका एयर, यू नो. सो द पॉसिबिलिटी इज लाइक दैट. लाइक वेल शी सेइंग 5 लाख लोग अप्लाई करते हैं, 200 लोग सिलेक्ट होते हैं और 200 में से कुछ 125 एयर होते हैं. या सो द प्रोबेबिलिटी इज लाइक लो, यू नो. सो यू गाइस, हाँ मतलब बहुत मेरे मन में भी ऐसा रहा था कि यार डील नहीं लेती हूँ, मतलब मेरा इंटरेक्शन अच्छा हुआ तो रिस्क ले लें, क्या एयर हो जाएगा. मेरे को तो सिर्फ मार्केटिंग के लिए जाना था ज्यादा, बट आई डिडंट वांट टू टेक अ चांस कि अगर मैंने डील नहीं ली, यू नो, लाइक मैंने, हाँ, तो फिर मेरा एयर होगा कि नहीं होगा. मतलब मैं पापा को प्रॉमिस करके गई थी 1% से ऊपर नहीं दूंगी, पर मैंने 1.5% इसलिए दिया बिकॉज मुझे लगा यार दे दो आधा %, मतलब एयर तो हो जाएगा. मतलब यू हैव दैट कॉन्फिडेंस कि चलो 1.5%, यू नो. अदरवाइज आई कुड हैव जस्ट स्टक एंड सेड नहीं 1%, यू नो, दैट वे. सो दिस इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ एयर एंड नॉन एयर फॉर ऑल द पीपल हु मे बी इंटरेस्टेड इन मूवीज.
My next question is, who is the sharkiest of all the sharks?
It's different for all.
Yeah, different for everyone.
And can you share some anecdotes?
Okay. For us, it was Anupam Mittal because you know, previous जो भी उनका हुआ था, this he started his story. The conversation went into an argument in between because of you know, natural thing. Like we asked a simple question of Skippy ice pops में bubble gum flavor है, वो कैसा natural हो सकती है? आप बताइए combination कौन सा fruit के साथ वो natural flavor हो सकता है. So it's like a previous investment which they've already did, right? So they also don't know what the directors, how they will cut it, what they will show. So it's like every single thing when the sharks are sitting, sometimes उनका भी बीच में troll हो जाती है, बीच में troll हो जाते हैं. So it is the Sony team which is actually cutting and you know trying to telecast what they want to, कौन सा actually होता है. So they also cannot, like, you know, immediately he said ना इसके बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे. Then it went on, you know, in a different way. So उनकी दिमाग में, then after, like the way she said, उस दिन you know, we had around 6 to 7 people who were actually shooting. So we were even asking, like, you know, आपको तो ऐसा ही था क्या, आज कुछ तो हो गया उसको. Like, you know, that was there, and he was the sharkiest for us. But I would say, like, you know, after certain conversation कहीं पर conflict होते, but apart from that everybody were really nice. Like बहुत सारा चीज दिखाया नहीं है. They were appreciating certain things. They were like, you know, कहीं बहुत अच्छे से होता है. It is not like, you know, जाने के बाद ऐसा डर लगता है, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं. It's really nice.
See the way Namita smiles and said, so for this reason I am out. वो ऐसे बोलेगी कि you not know कि ये क्या बोली है, नहीं बोली क्या बोली.
You know, she, I mean, though she gets trolled so much. I mean, something which I admire in her is यार इतना troll, इतना comments, and आजकल Instagram की दुनिया में आप कुछ भी अच्छा भी करो, बुरा भी करो, you will always get these comments of somebody saying something बुरा only. So you don't know what kind of a content only you should make. You like, you know, you're confused all the time because it's so difficult to please people in this particular generation, and everybody have this open, you know, place where they can just go write anything with Reddit's coming and everything. But that particular woman, no, she is like Abhi, she has made the reels of you know, whatever trolls she was getting, Papa Ki Pyari or whatever it is. She has been strong lady who is actually coming up, still sitting over there. And one thing I admire in her is, yes, definitely she's not investing in a lot of business and she has her own reasons. But you know, हम एक चीज बोलते हैं ना, the strong emotional way she is actually managing, I really admire in her.
Chahat, who's the sharkiest of all the sharks?
Yeah, I
Ashmi
would
probably.
Actually, was there, but I agreed with whatever he said. Like, you know, he was the great thing about Ashwin is that he's very, very, very correct. And he does not have any filters. He does not have any filters. उसको जो लगता है वो बोल देता है. Obviously, they have made him. Okay, so एक तो villain चाहिए ना show में. So they have made him a little more mean and a little, like that. But I agreed with what he said. I agreed with, because the thing is, Namita has 7,000 groups. So no one, if anyone says anything about her, it does not make sense. That woman has to manage a 7,000 crore company. She does not really care कि लोग उसके बारे में क्या बोल रहे हैं. If I had that much money, I would be sitting on the beach, man. I would not care. So I agree with what Ashwini said. He was a little mean, but I think it was fun. Shakti and Sadhya, they are all sharks. At the end of the day, they're there to make money. They're not there to support the business. Obviously, वो TV पे दिखाया जाता है. They also want to make money. They're not there to waste their times. So yeah, I really loved Anupam. So the opposite was there. Anupam was really genuine. He really, wanted us to go. It was like कि जो मैं तुम्हें उतनी हेल्प नहीं कर पाऊंगा, मतलब जिस तरीके की तुम्हें चीजें चाहिए रहेंगी, Aman can help you more because he is into the same field. But if Aman does not give you a deal, if Namita does not give you a deal, I am there. It's like he was there. मतलब अगर तुम्हें कोई नहीं देगा तो I am there. I am there to help you. So I was like, okay, great. But then it was a really thrilling experience. Anything, सब कुछ छोड़ के बहुत मजा आया. I think that was the best thing I would say.
He was your Rahul.
In my case, 50% of the episode got over. Aman chose to get out. Okay. तो it was very scary because आप स्टेज पे हो और जब पहला शार्क आउट होता है ना तो मतलब फटती है. आप कितने भी कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ जाओ और आपको कोई कुछ भी बोले, अगर पहला शार्क जब आउट होता है ना तब मतलब लगता है कि कुछ हुआ है. एंड मेरा पूरा एपिसोड हुआ ही नहीं था. इट वाज जस्ट 50% ऑफ द इंटरेक्शन, लाइक 20-25 मिनट हुए थे और अमन ने ऑलरेडी डिसाइड कर लिया था कि ही वाज गोइंग टू बी आउट. So I was a bit scared. So for me, it was Aman in my case. But then after that, I was very lucky because all four then made offers. So it was only Aman out and then I got offers from all four. So they were all very kind to me. But Aman was for me a little bitty and sharky. But in my personal opinion, I would have loved if Dipinder was in my episode because that guy is like,
Crazy.
I mean, that guy is something else. Like अगर Dipinder मेरे episode में like होता तो I would have felt like considered myself really lucky because even though he's sharky, अगर वो कुछ दो बातें आपको गलत भी बोल देना तो आपको सिखा के जाएगा. Like so you wouldn't mind that criticism because you're learning. So for me it's Dipinder the sharkiest.
Thank you, girls. Now I do have some other questions, but I'll not take them up now. What is the message that you would like to give to all these young ladies sitting here?
So if I personally think in this opinion that like 5-10 years earlier, women didn't have that much opportunity. Like right now, if you look at the stats, 50% of the world is women. So we are actually in equal numbers in the whole world, right? So the opportunities for women have opened up. Pehle, women didn't have that much opportunity. Now we do. So I think as a community, we should like really back each other up. We should wear our confidence and our smile like up there. Heels and standards always really, really high, never low. And yeah, you guys, we have to like be there for each other as a community come up. The more I feel like I help women and employ women and hire women and trust women, the better it is for the company. Like my company is 80% women, and I like prefer men like women over men. अगर सही में ऐसा कोई मशीन टेक्नीशियन वाला जॉब है जो लड़की नहीं कर सकती तो बात अलग है. बट मेरा पहला ब्रीफ मेरी एचआर को होता है कि मुझे लड़की ला दो. So I think supporting each other as a community and coming up together is the way to go. And reach out to each other. Now I don't think there is bitchiness anymore because इतना बड़ा market है कि इसके लिए जगह है, मेरे लिए जगह है, आपके लिए जगह है, सबके लिए जगह है. There is no jealousy anymore. मतलब क्या बड़ा market है. So if you guys want something ना, दबाओ मत. Like go and ask. अगर मांगोगे ना तो मिलेगा. अगर बैठे रहोगे और सोचते ही रहोगे ना कुछ नहीं होने वाला. So stand up and ask. And that's my advice.
What do you have to say? यार advice या फिर ऐसा तो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, but like I would say, I think if I look at my mom, she is the first woman that I've seen in my life. There is certain things that she has told herself जो उन्होंने मान लिया है. Imagine अगर मैं बोलूँगी कि ये carpet green है, उनको पूरी दुनिया ने बोला ये carpet green है, and she has accepted that, internally, and the way what we women have accepted is that we are lesser. And this is something I've seen in a lot of girls, a lot. Like, in the same way in my company, whenever I see a new girl, like, she has accepted internally, उसको समझाती गया है या फिर उन्होंने कैसे accept कर लिया कि they are little lesser in terms of intellect, in terms of strength. ठीक है, strength biologically देखा जाए तो एक strength of a woman and a guy is different and that is accepted. ठीक है, strength wise we are different. But why are we accepting everything else just because तुम्हें एक चीज biologically different है? And the first example should be me. I had accepted a lot of times in my life came when I had accepted that I'm a little lesser. बस हम खुद को ही अंदर से बता देते हैं कि भाई जो वो कर सकता है हम नहीं कर सकते, that's it. That's what we are told ourselves a lot. But when I actually gotten into the game, when I was actually in that business wala thing, it was not even once that I felt that I'm lesser. In fact, I felt I'm more. And that there was such kind of transmission of me. I would not say what it was. It was like जितना ज़्यादा I worked, जितना ज़्यादा मैंने मेहनत किया उस चीज में, जितना ज़्यादा I learned. I read a lot of books, a lot. Like ऐसा कोई biography होगी नहीं कोई entrepreneur की जो मैंने पढ़ी ना हो या सुनी ना हो. So I learned that bro ये तो मैं खुद ही थी जो मैं खुद को रोक के रखी थी. I think हमारा खुद का सबसे बड़ा बैरियर हम खुद ही है. हमने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया है वो नॉर्मल सी मीडियोकर लाइफ. हमने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया है कि हाँ हमें बच्चे पैदा करना है, हमें ये करना है, हमें सास को देखना है, ये करना है. This is a story of lot of women. But why? No one is saying you should not have kids. No one is saying you should not take care of your home. But why is your life just limited into that? Why is your life कि हाँ मेरा husband and then my life is surrounded around the guy? उनकी लाइफ तो वैसी नहीं है. They have different priorities in their lives. But I'm so glad कि आजकल the boys are not like that. They are telling their women to go. Same way with Divya. They are not like that. They're not the same old way misogynistic men mentality. They are telling you to go outside. But उसके लिए तुम्हें खुद को भी तो करना पड़ेगा ना. वो तुम्हें कितना ही बोलेंगे. And no one can do anything for you if you don't want to do it. And I would really think if we have to go out and learn. I think we are very slow at learning. I think हम practical experience नहीं लेना चाहते. Probably a lot of women are comfortable where they are. जो भी उन्होंने लाइफ उनको मिली है, they're comfortable, they're sorted. ठीक है मेरी लाइफ है, भगवान ने दिया है, ठीक है sorted है. हस्बैंड पैसा लाके दे रहा है, मैं बच्चे पाल रही हूँ, sorted बात खत्म. But why? Who has told you that is your limit? I really want to ask this to everyone. I am so mad at my mom, whenever she says something like that. Like the problem is कि हमें खुद का talent ही नहीं पता. We don't even know that किस चीज में अच्छे हैं. It's because कि हमने कभी try नहीं किया है ना उस चीज से बाहर जाने की. हमने कभी try नहीं किया कि हमारा talent है कहाँ. And this is the story. This 1-2% women. When you look at Palguni Nair, you would think, bro, she's in the top league of the men. वो चीज जो बाकी लोग नहीं कर पाए, she has done it. And when I hear biographies like that, they're crazy. It's like the problem is कि उन्होंने खुद को कभी कम समझा ही नहीं था. That is how they went ahead so far. And our life is not very big. It's just 60-70 years. That is the only amount of time. Probably just 30 years of this 20 to say, like, I think 60 tak, and that's the only kind of time we have. And we really should be doing something significant. I think ये जो हमने box बना के रखा है हमारे आसपास, I think that is something we have to take off. We have to really go out and learn. So when you will actually think that you deserve more now, the opportunities will open up. Like I am also 23-24 right now. I have a huge, long life ahead of me. But this is because I made a decision one day कि मुझे कुछ करना है. And I think we should do everything else. We should have kids. We should do this. ये जो normal, life we have had. But उसके अलावा भी I think we have a lot of strength which जो हमने ही खुद से, like discover किया ही नहीं. So I think that would be my advice to like just stop doubting yourself a lot. Because this is something that I've seen in every other woman I've seen, and that is what they do. So I would suggest stop doubting yourself. That's it. Thank you so much. Divya, what did you want to say?
As a woman, there's this one quality. I'm sure that everybody will agree. Intuition बहुत strong रहता है, right? Doubting हो, कुछ भी हो, so intuition बहुत strong रहता है. Right? You know that something goes out of alignment, and what happens inside, I don't know that you get that instinct and like something is wrong. Like your face, somebody is thinking, anybody. I would say work on this intuition part a lot. Actually, I'm in a way very happy that somehow Parimal, everything happens at the end. He will ask at least once, like ये सही है क्या आपके हिसाब से, what do you think? Because initial days में बहुत सारा he has experienced that कहीं ना कहीं मैं कुछ बोलता हूँ and that comes back. It has to be worked on. ये करना चाहिए था. So we slowly understood that I'm also trying to understand ये कैसा होता है पता नहीं, but I still see a lot of women have this intuition power which is really high. high and जो business के लिए बहुत important रहता है. So believe in your own intuitions. You know, we always have this self-doubt. मैं ही ज़्यादा सोच रही हूँ क्या? You know, is this unnecessary? Am I thinking too much? No, sometimes you have to work on it. So intuition actually plays a very, very major role when you're getting into a business. Believe in that intuition. This power has been slowly reduced with our education system, is what they say. When the British actually came with the normal education system, हमारा जो basic intuition power था, जो Indians के पास बहुत ज़्यादा था, उसको slowly दबाया गया, saying that, you know, believe in the nominal way, ये ही करना चाहिए. This is how you should work. So let us actually go back to that and you know, cherish this gift which we have been given and start working on that more, which will help in taking the right decisions all the time.
बहुत अच्छा मैसेज हमें आज यहाँ मिला है that you should be supportive of each other, and Chahat says that you should think out of the box, don't limit yourself, and Divya believes a lot in intuition. So these are the messages that are there for you. ये सारे चीजें आप लोग, this is a takeaway for all of you, and I hope this program will help you. Now my questions have come to an end. अभी आप लोग का बारी है पूछने के लिए. So the floor is open for your questions. Tejaswini, Rajesh, mic. We will not be able to take more than 2 or 3 questions because it's nearly 5:30 now.
It's really a pleasure listening to you guys. Thank you so much for wonderful learnings. My question is how you guys plan profit scalability every year, and what is the plan to go for worldwide, right? I'm basically an entrepreneur as well. I run an IT branding and advertising company named Taste. So I just want to learn your takeaways on these two parts. Thank you. Profit scalability and worldwide growth too.
So I'm lucky that I'm in a model where I have B2B and B2C. So I have decided consciously that I will scale up my B2B and the profits of B2B will get burnt in B2C. In B2C there is burn. No, who says what? There is burn. Okay. मतलब कोई भी बोल रहा है ना कि उसको बहुत ही crazy return मिल रहा है और उसका क्या कितना लो है, सब झूठ है. मतलब कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है. तो मैंने ये कॉन्शियसली डिसाइड किया कि अगर 5 साल तक पैसे नहीं भी कमाऊंगी तो ठीक है, B2B का सारा प्रॉफिट B2C में प्लाउ करूंगी. ठीक है, घर का पैसा नहीं चलाऊंगी. दिस इज माय प्लान. एंड आई वेंट टू दुबई रिसेंटली बिकॉज हमें वहाँ पे इतने सारे सलोन्स की कॉल आ रहे थे आफ्टर शार्क टैंक. तो मैंने 2 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स बनाए दुबई में. एक डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर रिटेल का है और एक डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर सलोन्स का है. तो जो भी सलोन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से पैसा आएगा, सलोन पहले दिन से पैसा देता है, वो सारा वो रिटेल डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर के पास मार्केटिंग बजट में बर्न हो जाएगा. तो उधर का पैसा उधर ही रोल हो जाएगा. दिस इज माय प्लान. सो दिस इज व्हाट आई एम
Traveling will give you more worldwide connects.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, the people have to ask you. Like after Shark Tank, we got 30 calls from 30 salons that we want to stock your products in Dubai because there is such a big Indian community in Dubai that they felt like they wanted to keep my products there. अब मैं 30 salon को एक 5 facial kit, pedicure kit तो नहीं supply कर सकती ना, it's impossible. तो मुझे वहाँ पे एक distributor बनाना पड़ेगा और वो distributor इन 30 salons को supply करेगा. तो फिर मैंने उनसे पूछा कि आप बताओ आपके top 10 distributors क्या है. और फिर वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स को मैंने कॉल करा और फिर मैं उनको जैसे शादी के लिए लड़के मिलते हैं ना, ऐसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरों को मिल रही थी एक के बाद कि सबसे सही वाइब कहाँ आ रही है. बिकॉज यार आप मुस्लिम कंट्री में काम करने जा रही हो अलग, यू नो, यू डोंट नो एनीथिंग देयर, यू डोंट नो एनीथिंग, यू नो. So it's a very different situation. So you have to go meet their people, you know, you have to see the vibe, who's the right distributor for you, for retail separate, for salon separate, because they're different entities, you know, like all together. So you go there and you know, then you decide who's the right match for you as a distributor. Then you see कि अच्छा ये business, salon business साल का 5 करोड़ का business कर सकता है, for example, right? तो अब 5 करोड़ से आपको कुछ एक x profit आएगा, समझो 1 करोड़ रुपए profit आता है, ठीक है? तो अब आप ये decide करो कि चलो salon से 1 करोड़ का profit आएगा, तो ये जो retail वाले को marketing का budget चाहिए साल का, ये distributor में बोलती हूँ मेरा 1 करोड़ का budget है, अब तू 1 करोड़ में बता कि देखो क्या marketing करना है. You get it? So मैं ये business का profit लेके ये business में plow कर रही हूँ. तो technically दुबई से मैं कुछ कमाऊंगी नहीं, probably 2 साल 3 साल whatever it takes, but at least घर का पैसा नहीं चलेगा. You get it? चाहे फिर वो investor का पैसा क्यों ना. I mean, I don't like to burn money. That is my mindset. So I planned this way, and I could foresee this because मैं already working background से थी, like, so I used to see the burn in retail because L'Oreal में हम कितना burn करते थे, you know. तो मैंने ये salon business चालू ही इसलिए किया था कि मुझे पता था कि इससे एक रेवेन्यू आएगा जो यहाँ बर्न हो सकता है, तो चलो ठीक है आपके ब्रांड बनाते 5 साल आप नहीं कमाओगे, पर 6वें साल लॉटरी लग जाएगी, यू नो. सो वॉट एवर यू ऑल आर प्लानिंग, प्लान इन अ वे कि कहीं से तो कैश फ्लो आए, यू नो. प्रॉफिट वर्ड पहले दिन से आपके दिमाग में होना चाहिए कि कहाँ से आएगा मेरा प्रॉफिट. इफ यू डोंट थिंक लाइक दैट, तो फिर बर्न गेम ही होगा.
Thank you, Kanika. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. So my question is how to find a right mentor, because it's sometimes like as a student, you have an idea, but you really don't know how to present it or how to do furthermore things.
Hi, what's your name?
Yashika.
Yashika. Hi, Yashika. So, because I read a lot about Elon Musk, he's my mentor, I would say, because like I cannot have a mentor here. So he's one of the guys that I get really inspired by, and his line is that I don't read books, I read biographies. So what happens that world of business ek hi hai. If you are looking to get into entrepreneurship or anything, or just to better your life, I would suggest that you cannot go finding a mentor. Obviously, if someone is connecting with you, someone is ready to help you, that just connects. And then, like you can keep asking them things, and then that's how it works. But I would suggest read a lot of biographies, read a lot about successful people and what they have done right in their life that has worked for them. That will, probably work for you too. And I think reading is one habit that has led me to where I am today. I'm sitting in front of you today. It's just because I've read a lot. And this is something that's really helped me. I think reading has really वो धीरे धीरे वो हो गया है, extinct हो गया है because of Instagram and everything, all of these things. But this is one old habit that really grounds you. It teaches you a lot. You are in the moment, and I think yeah, that's how I have learned. And I think if you have to find a mentor, look within yourself. All the answers are there. But if your dad is there to help you, or if your family member, anyone who's just there to support you, that is great. But other than that, if you want to look at business world level, that how things change, how revolution comes, how biggest people of the world have changed the world, and what certain men, what traits that they have that you should take in, and that's how I think you should treat. So that's one of my advices.
Thank you so
Can
much.
I add to that?
Thank you.
So
One
I-
last question, and LEW president has raised her
Can I add
hand,
to just one
so I
question?
cannot deny her.
Yeah, can I just add one?
Yes, yes.
So if you really are looking for a mentor, I'll give you a very desi tarika. I used to do this. Just stalk that person on LinkedIn, whoever is that mentor that you want, और उसके हर पोस्ट पे जाके कमेंट करते रहो. ठीक है? एक ना एक दिन वो जरूर देखेगा और एक ना एक दिन तुम्हें जरूर रिप्लाई मिलेगा. मैंने ऐसे ही किया था back in the days when I wanted a mentor. I used to go and I used to find one person who's the industry leader जिसकी मुझे advice या brainstorming चाहिए थी. मैं उनके LinkedIn post पे जाके comment करती थी. उसके हर post पे. After like 7 months of commenting, I got 7 महीने लगे, but that guy responded to me eventually, and I got one coffee meeting with him, which changed my life. So that is my advice.
I have a very particular advice for you as a mentor. VIA has got a lot of very good mentors. So you don't have to stalk anyone or go after anyone. Just give a ring to Rajesh in VIA and we will find the right mentor.
Yeah, I have one question कि आप सबको investment मिला है Shark Tank से, so जो investment मिला है तो do the sharks influence the decisions that you take in the business because you have given the equity to them, or is it beneficial उनका, do they guide?
Not
What is your experience?
So for us, even before we got the investment, 1 day, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night, our chain was texting, like, ye kya plan kar rahe ho, what are you doing, and everything to understand, where are we heading to. Even before we actually got the investment, ke liye time lagta hai because the due diligence process, like when we started, it was not a private limited company, it was a proprietorship. So ye jo all the times compliance karte hi aapko bahut sara time lag jata hai, but they're already there helping. I don't know about other sharks, but we did get mentorship. उनका program भी हुआ था in terms of online marketing कैसा होना चाहिए, what should be the logistics distribution, a lot of things actually which they conducted. So they actually give you, just like the way she asked, right? They give you a little bit of mentorship, but they don't come and change your business as such. But you know, जैसा ये जो स्टार्टअप का और फंडिंग का सिचुएशन में चले जाते हैं, you will start feeling the pressure of you know they want exit, right? So they will tell you that you know अगले round raise करना शुरू करो. You know they keep introducing you to new things where you don't sometimes want to, because too many people just coming, and you know you are aligned and you have the focus of the business, you are looking at it in some way, but the pressure will be that you know I want my exit, so speeden up your process, आप और products introduce करो और करो, all these things will be there. Till now it has not happened for us, for basically us, but others I don't know. Yeah.
So thank you, friends. Sorry. there is
Just
not
a last
time.
question, it won't take much time.
Okay.
How you have selected your brand name? Like what just one thought made you to select your, that yes, this is your brand name and this should be. Like, what just
Anyone
story
else can
behind
answer
it?
this?
All of you.
How we selected was that we wanted our brand name to say what we want to say in a very, you know, single word. Like हम क्या चाहते थे कि हमारी brand एक ही word में communicate करे. So Farda means tomorrow. It means tomorrow in Urdu or Arabic actually. So we wanted to say that we are the tomorrow of fashion and culture. So that was the name we selected. And my co-founder is really great at such things. So I give all this, you know, tasks to him. So वो सब कर लेता है. So I think brand name उतनी बड़ी बात नहीं है वैसे तो. You know, जितना उस पे importance दिया जाता है ना. हाँ, obviously it should be connected to the industry you're in. Now Licksters is, you know, it tells you what the product is. The same way, your brand name should be very simple, very easy to see. ये चीज बहुत ज़्यादा important है. So your brand name should be very easy to pronounce and it should catch up easily. Like Oyo. Oyo कितना easily है. Like, you know, when we say it, बहुत ज़्यादा easily catch up कर जाता है. So like there's a Domino's. We are, you know, very like habitual with that word. So I think do not make a big deal out of it. Just take the word which relates with you, resonates with your brand, जो तुम्हारी brand को एक word में समझा सके, and simple. That's it. These are not the important things. The important thing is the business. Obviously, brand name ना अच्छा ही होना चाहिए. I'm not saying कि कुछ भी रख दो उठा के. So, but then it's not that big of a deal as much as we make it. Just take a very simple name, जो easily pronounceable हो, जिसको जिससे तुम, you know, you can resonate, which tells about your product a little bit. That's sort. So that's what I would say.
Kanika and Divya, would you like to add something to this?
So when you're thinking of a product like, you know, if you had seen one of the sharks, like Sugar also all the time, she talks about like brand name बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए. She keeps saying that again and again. So the only thing is, there should not be a difficulty in people to remember what your brand name was. Like the way she said, it should resonate with your brand. And syllables होता है ना, if there are too many syllables, then it becomes difficult. Keep it as simple as possible. And you know, the more trendy it is, of course, people are able to say it faster. But ये भी आजकल हो गया है, जितना आपके पास marketing है, आपको नाम याद दिलाने के लिए gonna market again and again and again, then maybe yes, that name will Domino's. I think it has become very easy for us because we have seen it so many times and we have heard it so many times. So make sure that you know you're not adding a lot of syllables to it, keeping it short, and it's very easy for people to resonate.
Kanika, anything you want to add? Okay, so friends, all good things have to come to an end. So we have come to an end to this program, this wonderful program. These three ladies, they deserve a standing ovation. Entire Nagpur is proud of all of you. So now I call upon our secretary, Yogita Deshmukh, for a formal vote of thanks. Okay, memento remains. Yes. 1 minute. I now call upon Anjali Gupta. Please present a memento to Kanika Diwali. Thank you so much. Vandana Sharma, please come forward to present a memento to Charat. Vital Anjewar, past president, to do the honors of presenting a memento to Divya. Thank you, Rita, Vandana, and Anjali. Now it's time for Yogita for a formal vote of thanks.
On behalf of LEW, it's pleasure to thank Kanika Levani of Mitri Cosmetics, Chetan Pahucha of Varda Clothing Private Limited, and Divya Subraju of Dipsas Expand Life Private Limited for sharing their secret knowledge on how to be eligible to get the desired funds and attract investments through this very interesting and informative interactive question answer question. Thank you very much to all the dynamic ladies. This session of practical insights on the topic deliberated shall definitely help to garner the funds from Shark Tank to many women entrepreneurs to make their deal Pakki. My heartfelt thanks to the project directors of this session, Dr. Anita Rao, for conducting such knowledgeable and informative session so comprehensively. With the same breath, I thank Ms. Poonam Gupta and Ms. Sania Ramchandani, co-project directors, for helping out in conducting the session effectively. No words of gratitude are enough for our entire LEW executive team and VI office staff who always have seen that every session is conducted aptly to achieve the desired goal. We are equally grateful to the press and media for their constant support and apt coverage. Once again, I thank each one of you present here. Now I request all the dignitaries to go back to the society. Thank you.
Please join us for tea.